Yo, what's good, everybody? It is that time. It is that time. It is that time. Been a while. What we got here? Sweet. Yeah, that's true. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Let me see if I get any stragglers coming in. If not, I'm gonna still start it when I do my best. Hello to all my two viewers. What's going on? What's going on? Pulling up my shit here. Make sure I got everything going. I'll pull up my receipts. All right, let's see here. Got you. Got you. Oh yeah, let me pull up the tube. YouTube.com. Let's see here. Do a quick search for you know who. We're gonna cover this shit. We're gonna cover it. All right. So everybody knows why we're here. Y'all see the thumbnails. Man. Gregory, I know you're lurking. I know your means are lurking. How long are you gonna be at this, man? How long are you gonna be at this? We're gonna cover TheRexerShow. Of course, we're gonna cover what I'm gonna show you, the receipts, and we're gonna cover his hypocrisy, his personality. I'm gonna say why it's all ugly. Appreciate it. Thank you. So when I started this community, once again, I started with the IRK folks, whatnot. Saw a group of folks that I could, mingle with. Cool. And this one person in the space has been the most toxic tuber. And what makes him so toxic is the fact that he can never own his own mistakes. He can never uh, seem to tell the truth. Anything he says is never backed. Anytime that he is confronted, he's shown himself. He screams, he yells, he freaks out, he leaves, he cries. And it's like some propaganda crap. And I'm going to call out his hypocrisy. Every silly damn thing he has done, I am going to call it out. Appreciate it. It's my government housing. Right, Rexer? Anyways. And yeah, so it's been a while. It's off the cuff. I'm gonna go into this shit slowly. I got my beer. But we're gonna get into this shit. First, I'm gonna call out how he does tubers. For what? Like, how long has he been on YouTube? 10 fucking years? Shit like that, doing the same shit. He's got nothing but thumbnail after thumbnail, the same YouTubers. Let's call it for what it is. Michael B, et cetera, et cetera. He'll pull them on. He'll call them a bunch of names, insult his intelligence, make fun of him, call him stupid, call him dumb, call him whatever. Excuse me. Talk about his sexuality, you know, it goes on. And he knows Michael B is not going to hit back because first, it's just not Michael B's type thing to do. And also, if he does have any type of dealings with companies, like we know he does, you know, at least friendly relationship, I should say, you know, RK One Up, et cetera, he's not going to make a fool of himself to ruin those gigs. But it's what Rexer likes to do. He likes to rile people up. You hit him back, then he cries. Oh, you're a liar. You're a liar with no evidence, even though you have all the evidence. And even though you have all the evidence, all he has to do is tell his base, oh, he's a liar. Okay, you know, .gov, lying. What do you have? Nothing. You ever notice whatever the F comes out of his mouth, he never backs up. Why is that? Because he consistently lies. Example, he came at Bill and myself and he tried to scare me and go, I sued RK1 Up, remember? I replied, hey, snothead, you remember you lost? What happened to that? So let's talk about it. Why'd you lose the case, Rexer? Why'd you come online, throw the whole court documents up in the camera, showing where you're suing, acting all big, talking about you love free money. Oh yeah, and by the way, that original uh video went down allegedly, even though I was watching in the middle of watching it, and it wasn't live when I was watching it, but it went down. And it went down probably because he was saying some illegal freaking shit like, "Hey guys, I want everybody in the comments to say how they were affected by the RK One Up giveaway, and so I could take it to the judge." You know that fucking shit's illegal. You're just gonna sit there and boast your audience to fabricate how they were affected and how they had a loss from a freaking competition you were never a part of. Where's the damages, Rexer? Your pride? So he lost. And, you know, the thing is, I could sit here and say he lost all day. What is he going to do? He's going to say, oh, you're a liar. So, of course, guys, you know what that means, right? Mensa's got to come through with the receipts. So let's pull up some freaking receipts. Let's see here, present. Let's see what we got here. All right, pull this tab out. That way I can do both. All right, this screen. All right. Nope, I'm ahead of myself. Let's pull up the other receipt. That's something else I'm gonna be getting into. There we go. Let me pull this one up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Let's see what we got here. Let me zoom it up. I'll scroll all the way to the bottom. Present, share screen, case details, share. Boom. All right. Case closed. Dismissed with prejudice. Hearing small claims court. Court vacated. What's that mean? Means your shit was dismissed because you had no fucking case. You brought some bull crap to their court. Vacated means you had no freaking grounds. Didn't even make it to court. Didn't even make it to freaking court. It's what you do. It's what you fucking do. You put together these false, frivolous lawsuits. You're lawsuit happy. It ain't his first lawsuit on there either. Some other bull crap I won't even have to get into. But you nitpick. You sit there and you pick at people. You insult their way of life, their way of living, how much they're successful or they're not successful. But you got your own skeletons, Greg. You got your own freaking skeletons. So why is it upon you to sit there night after night to attack the same people for years? You did it to John D, did it to Dubs, did it to Bill, you did it to me. You do it to whoever. And then you cry, "Oh, he's a doxer, he's a doxer." What the hell did you think you did when you doxed a woman you don't even know who has 7 children and you put her information out there in an attempt to slut shame her just so you can attack UAG? What were you thinking, huh? You sat there and you put another woman's information out there who has children just so you could slut shame her on the internet, and you're going to talk to me about doxing? Dude, you lost it. You lost it. I don't know what the hell you thinking. And then you go around saying that insulted people's businesses, but it looks like you had a business. Why is your LLC gone there, Greg? You sit there and say you didn't have one, but you have one, or you had one. ZRex Promotions, that sound familiar? I don't give a F why it's gone or whatever. It still was an LLC, it still was a business, and it's not active. Why is it not active? Because it freaking failed. Why did it fail? I don't know. Maybe because you're a failure. If you want to go around sit there and picking at people, then why isn't your shit active? What happened there? You know, you sit there and you attack people once again about what they buy and whatnot. You're also on the naughty boy list. I don't give a F if your escrow didn't pay out, whatever. You still got on the naughty boy list in your state for not keeping up with the taxes on your home. That's just the fact. So you can stop with the bullshit. But let me guess. This is all bad because it's coming out of my mouth. But as long as it comes out of your mouth, it's the word of law, right? That's how it works. Everything that Rexer says is gold. It's God. It's word. Okay, cool. We get it. When you got Michael B and the crew, we know who they were. Was it Michael B, 19K, all them cats, right? When they first started off with RK1 Up, were they as vocal about their relationship? No, we all know that. But guess what? We all knew. We all fucking knew, right? And then now, what? 4 years later, you're still on the same shit. John D's left, and you're still on the same shit. What is going to happen to you when RK1 Up is gone? What is your life going to be, dude? What is your life going to be? Making up frivolous lawsuits? Why don't you explain what happened to all the money you gathered that day? Didn't you take in donations? How come you didn't give your followers feedback on what occurred? Hmm? Bruh, you telling me? It's the same shit with this cat, man. The same shit. Failed business, not keeping up on his taxes, you know, being a bitch boy, crying, hitting people up in private on and DMs, being a little ass, saying some stupid shit. Shit he lucky I don't put out. Like, it's the same freaking crap. And I'm gonna talk on it until my head explodes. I'm gonna talk on it until my head explodes. Why did probably the stress, man? And I feel sorry for him. I really do. I really do. I've seen it, man. He had his YouTube show and you know, his, uh, because I don't want to throw other people in this shit, but he had the little one, begging for the attention. You know, I know the circumstances, adult caregiving and shit. I feel bad, but I think he's taking all that stress and I think he's just throwing it at people, angry because I heard, you know, and I had just heard, I saw when I believe OTG was doing the show, uh, saying that he's not like this in person. I was told by multiple people he's not like this in person, but he pulls this bullshit bitch shit on the internet. Yeah, it's complete hate, complete jealousy. Oh yeah, and another little shit he does, he purposely tries to take shit out of context. So what will he do? He'll sit there and he'll screenshot. He screenshots like portions of text, and he won't show the whole thing, so he can just drive his freaking narrative like the full today. Like he did exactly what I wanted him to do today, which was be my bitch and push my narrative and give me hype about the bash box stuff, right? Thank you, Rexer, for doing exactly what I wanted you to do. Idiot. Anyways, so he takes the bottom portion, like, look, oh, the bash box failed. Uh, where in your cognitive freaking reading, in your small p brain, did you read anywhere that the project is over? It literally states we're coming out Q3, Q4. Until the meantime, here's your money back because we don't want to hear the bitching. But right now, we got Unico endorsing and backing our project with our software. So have fun. Anyways, when will old men abandon their video game collection addictions and just let them suck them off for an hour? Like, what the fuck, man? Just bust up in my mouth already. Right? Nah, pocket boys for life. Analog pockets for suckers. Who needs that crap? It's all they can do, though, Toxin, is hate. Hate, hate, hate. I don't think it the hate comes from some jealousy. I get it. You guys think you deserve free shit. Example, I think, who knows? Does Rexer even work? Maybe he works for RK1 Up, right? Just think about it. All that shilling he does. He probably has a freaking relationship with them. Who knows? Maybe an NDA, right? Fucking idiot. Like, think about that real hard. Does he have a relationship with RK1 Up? I mean, because this is crazy. It's always some weird conspiracy with him. Last thing I saw when I had defended somebody against him was Jade, sitting there going, she works for RK1 Up. What is your evidence? What are you talking about? You get to make up shit. But even though I show receipts, that's a lie. Like, why doesn't nobody get to call you out? Why do you get to lie day in and day out of your fucking gaping eye holes? You look like you wake up just to die every day. Seriously. You look like you wake up just to die. What is going on there with you, man? And then you got your little crony sidekick just parroting every damn thing you say, not adding 2 cents to the conversation. And it's what you freaking do. Fail business, taxes, fail lawsuits, stupid ass threats. You think you can go around fucking with people, and then you hit up other people in messengers and shit. Fool, if you want to get at me, then talk to me. But instead, what do? You pull stunts. You get online. You uh you ignore any parlay. You ignore anything to try to make peace. You ignore that. You don't want that. No, not Rexer. And you punk out. Let's see if I can find something. Let's see if I can find that one stream he was on here. What is he called now? Oh, Frog Tony is what he's called. Let's see if I can find this shit. Should have came prepared for this one. Let's see if I can find it. It was a good video. Shows you his temperament. Is it Illuminati? One more go. Of course, I can't find it when you need it, right? Oh, someone could find it. Hit me up. No. What else we got? Tony the Frog. Neo Geo era. Let's see here. 1 year ago. Nope. Gabbing with Geeks. Aw. It makes this shit difficult. One last time. Well, here we go. Actually, Tony covered him. Let's pull this one up then. As soon as I can find my goddamn stream. There we go. Present. Share screen.
An 18-year-old.
Of course. You gotta love these ads. Let's talk about the arcade.
Yeah. arcade cabinets, the advertising, things being not the way they're supposed to be. You got to be objective about it, right? You got to remain objective. Don't let your bias show. And he definitely lets his bias show in everything that he does. Everything, right? Even when John D, and I seen the video from way back when John D was a little rude to him on Twitter, right? And he took that to like a whole new level. Like John D was just like, "Hey, how'd you get those seats? Handicap section," implying that Rexer was sitting in the handicap section, right? And then Rexer turned this into like John D's called me lesser because I'm handicapped, and he said handicapped people are lesser than like he did.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's his whole original beef. He tried to associate and put in his wife, Rexer did, right? Talking about how John D attacked his wife because she's handicapped. Like he didn't even know any of them. It's just like, hey, how'd you get those seats? Handicap section? Because he was in the handicap section. That was it. And he turned this into like some crazy shit. Like he was attacking him because he was crippled and this and that. Just lying out his fucking teeth. But it's what Rexer does. And no one seems to give a shit. Never holds him accountable.
He didn't say any of that shit. Like Rexer invented a narrative about how bad John D was, right? Was it rude? Hell yeah, John D was rude to him. Was it ignorant? Probably. But it wasn't as bad as Rexer tried to make it out to be, right? Rexer tried to turn this into a huge thing. And again, with this situation, Rexer tried to turn it into like he's trying to put it on the lap of Arcade 1UP and John D, and like it's their fault that UAG is a scumbag, and it's their fault that UAG rigged the fucking contest. It's really not. It's really not, you know. And I talked about this on Saturday, and that's partially why we're here, right? Because if you missed the Saturday stream, if you didn't see what was going on, I talked about it on Saturday. When I was on vacation, Rexer, he DM'd me. He said, hey, I'm going to make a live stream. I have a live stream, and you're going to want to watch this. It's big news, big news. You're going to want to watch this. I said, okay. So, I'll try to catch it. I'm in the airport right now, and, I'm waiting on a plane, right? I don't know if I'm going to catch this live stream, but he didn't really tell me what it was about. He said, you just got to watch it. So eventually I did watch it, and UAG, it was the whole UAG's confession via Snapchat. I said, okay, this is pretty bad. I'll look into it. I'll see what's going on. But that wasn't good enough, right? That wasn't good enough for Rex. It was like, why aren't you making a video on this? Why aren't you making a video? I'm like, dude, I literally just got back from vacation, right? I have other obligations to do, right? I have people send me review copies of.
So this is what Rexer does. When Rexer can't do, because Rexer's too much of a coward to do shit himself, he sends people he considers his lapdog after people. He'll send his proxies. That's what he does. Then he likes to try to tag everybody and incite everybody because he can't do this shit himself. That's what he does.
Games that I had to get done. I had to play these games. My plane was delayed 3 times, so I came in real late. I had, like I said, I got family obligations, I got work obligations, I got other things on YouTube that I had scheduled to do. And like I tried to tell Rexer, said just because UAG does something dumb doesn't mean that I need to cover it, right? Like I'm not just going to drop everything that I'm doing. I'm not going to turn my life around because UAG did a dumb. Okay.
Exactly. He wants Tony to turn his life around because that's what Rexer likes to do. That's how focused he's in on certain people. That's how hyper focused he is to hate. Before the whole scandal bit, there was definitely other motivators behind his shit. Jealousy.
But that wasn't good enough, right? Now Rexer wants to claim that I'm UAG's friend. I'm Jay Cut says, "Did you go to Philly for vacation? By the way, I didn't take too kindly to your Philly bashing. I did. I was there for too many games. It was rainy. It was supposed to be warm when I went there. Like the schedule, like, oh, it's going to be 80 degrees all weekend. I was like, yeah, question mark. You know, again, was it rude? Yes, 100% was rude, but it did not in any way demean handicapped people. He didn't say, hey, you're less than me because you're handicapped, or the only way you could have gotten those seats is because you're handicapped.
Y'all are retarded.
Argument with Rexer came in, right? Let me see. Go to my channel. This is my channel right here. If you type in Papa Brad in the little search section of my channel, right, you go to the little search icon, you type in Papa Brad. One video about Papa Brad specifically, and that's the iArcade serial plagiarizer discussing Papa Brad. This was,
of course, love these ads.
3 days ago, literally this Saturday. We're talking about the UAG scandal, literally for like 30 minutes. It's like an hour live stream, and I'm pretty sure like 30 minutes of that live stream was covering fucking UAG, saying that he was a scumbag, saying that what he did to Sosa's wife was bad, irredeemable. I even hinted that there was probably something going on between Sosa and the wife to lead. Okay, look, at 10 o'clock, 100 views. At 2 o'clock, and he wants to jump on it. He wants to cause chaos and as much friction and fucking fire and brimstone as he can in the moment without thinking it through. He could have, with this information, he could have definitely made them sweat, made UAG or Arcade 1-Up make statements denouncing or agreeing with the giveaway. Remember, he knew the answer. Rexer had the proof. And if you watch anything, if you watch my channel, if you go back to my old videos, I would always say things. I would say things in order to get other people to say something, right? Say, well, I think Tommy Tellerico did X, Y, or Z. Or I think the Intellivision is going to do X, Y, or Z, right? And that would trigger Tommy to say something. Tommy would say, no, Tony's lying. This is what really happened. And
It sounds familiar, right?
Proof. I already knew the answer. I knew the answer to the question I asked. I just wanted you to say something in order to get you on record so I can go, you're a liar. You've been proven wrong. And that's where Rexer fails. This community was fun when Rev was here. Then UAG and OTG conspired against him. They used Console Fanboy to try to get Rev canceled. I don't know everybody I could think of. And this is me right here going to do a live stream instead of a video. So everybody who is tagged in this gets this reply. We get this lovely reply from being an asshole. That's lots of people have done that. But really, what are you going to say? You're going to make up lies that I'm friends with UAG with no evidence. You're going to say I'm friends with OTG with no evidence, that I don't cover them despite me showing evidence that I do cover them.
Let's talk about it. Why does TheRexerShow, aka Gregory, have diarrhea of the mouth? I got 22 lurkers. Anybody want to speak up? Why does he have diarrhea of the mouth? Why does he just make up constant lies? Is it because, you got fucking little troll little bitch asses in the comment going, yeah, whatever you say, let me suck your dick more? I don't get it. What's feeding him to continuously lie? And it's not the fact that I could just keep calling him a liar. I have evidence. I have facts to prove him wrong. But he's just a liar. Why? Why does he get away with this shit? Why is it a constant theme with Rexer that he continuously gets to lie about people, their actions, to do whatever? And he thinks that no one's ever allowed to speak up or defend themselves. You're entitled to your opinions. That's fine. so be it. You know, what's the old adage? You know, if I don't like it, I don't have to watch it, right? Well, the same goes for you, motherfucker. If you don't like it, don't have to watch it. But at the same token, I get to call your ass out. I get to show proof. I get to show evidence. What do you think you're gonna do? You're gonna go around lying? You know, you already tried peddling that somehow I was kicked out of the military or some bullshit. How stupid are you, Rexer? Do you not know that I could just easily show my retirement videos and my pictures and my photos? I'm Mr. fucking receipts, you dumb nitwit. Like, what do you guys think you're gonna do saying these stupid shits? And all I gotta do is show anything and everything to disprove you. You just don't get it through your thick skulls. And you think you can hate, you think you can sabotage our lives, and you can't, and you won't. Because Rexer, in the end, you're still not an influencer. You're just annoying, and I'm just talking about you. That's all. But you're not an influencer. Nobody's influenced by you. You don't provoke people to buy something. You're not an influencer. You don't keep people from actually not buying something. That's already decided by them. They're already broke. That's why they're not buying it. They're not buying it because you told them not to. These 40-year-old men are kids inside. If they could afford it, they would buy it. They'll buy anything they want. You're not special, bro.
So it's really weird.
And by bro, I didn't mean that sincerely at all.
Weird. So again, I don't know even what angle you would take if you were going to make a video on me. Not worth it, but I'm glad I'm worth it. Makes me feel important. Thank you. I said, which one of us was in the other's DMs begging them to make a video? He says, you mean which one of us was in the DMs exposing your hypocrisy? Ha ha ha. Papa Brad bought subs. Let's do a 3-hour stream. Hey, Tony, UAG bought thousands of subs and views. When is your stream on that? Crickets. I guess when I don't jump through the hoops that Rexer wants, I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, that's what he just did today in someone else's DMs, you know. Always everybody else. What about UAG? What about Zohar? What about OTG? Excuse me, burping because of the beer. One moment. And that's another thing. You got all these guys that come in that try to play me against them. You know, OTG and UAG and all those cats. And you always try to derail whatever the hell I'm talking about, and you always try to make it about them. I'm talking about you. Own your shit.
Hypocrite. Retro Bro was in there saying, here we go. I said, let's do it. We got Console Fanboy. And video games lie. This is a weird one. Someone pretending to be Tommy Tellerico says, don't be this guy. Obviously don't be this guy. But I had another notification here. Let me see if I can get to it. So this one, oh, damn, look at that. He must have blocked me or something. But UAG replied, clapping. The man of the hour, UAG. But apparently, I don't know. Did he delete it?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Let me see what happened with this tweet. Go to my notifications. No, he didn't. He didn't block me. So I guess he deleted. He deleted his tweet. Huh. Funny. I wonder why he deleted that tweet. Well, let's find out. Let's do a little investigation with my super sleuth.
It's the integrity of the TheRexerShow.
So let's go back, and I'm losing everybody. So you can see this tweet was deleted by the tweet author, but apparently Twitter works really weird. So if I go to my notifications, I can still see it. And I said, clap all you want. You're still a scumbag that rigged a giveaway to get you with a friend's wife. So there you go. Like right there is I am not friends with UAG. Right? And let's talk about UAG's indie upload. I didn't see it, but the views apparently have been going wild. UAG paying for pussy with arcades? Yeah, it's scummy all around. Scummy all around. UAG needs to cool those jets. That man's still deep in the way. He really is. And it's really weird. Like I said, I don't know what he thought. He thought that I was here to defend him or something. I don't know. Or because he doesn't like Rexer, he thought I was on his side. It's not how it works, right? The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. Super G says, the thing that the arcade one-up community doesn't think about is that anyone, no matter what side, who spends thousands of dollars on inferior cabs look like a douche. No self-awareness. Yeah. I've said this before. That's why I'm not in the arcade one-up community, because I don't even like arcade one-ups. I think it's a waste of money spending hundreds of dollars on a single fucking arcade cab to play a single game, and then to turn around and like, oh, you gotta fucking put new controls in it. You gotta put new buttons. Oh, you can emulate, and fuck that. I got a PS5. I don't need a damn arcade one-up. Now, you think more arcade one-up would equal less sex? Yeah. But we're not done yet. We're not done because, just a couple more things we need to cover to get this complete picture of what's going on here. Rexer put that public tweet, but he also DM'd me. He says, laughing my ass off. You're hilarious. I do a video on you, but truly nobody cares about you, and it's a waste of time. I'm glad I'm popular enough for you to spend time doing a video on. Ha ha ha. Love it.
But he messaged them and harassed them to make them try to make them do a video.
So I always like to brag about this because I always love this. Dude. So this is a gentleman with 578,000 subscribers. This video has 75,000 views, 75,208 views. And it's about me. It's about me. So at least 75,000 people care about me. At least 75,000. Right? Give or take. I'm sure some of them came for Hero High, but I mean, 75,000 listened to a video about me. So I'll take that. Gladly take that. But where did we go wrong?
I love this part because he talks about how he would have kind of ducked out if John D had given him free cabs and he was an arcade one-up shill. He would have ducked out and not did this video. Listen to what he has to say.
So he's talking about Tommy C from Shots from the Point, saying that Tommy C in this video says that he would have gladly shilled for arcade one-up. He would have accepted some arcade one-ups for his silence. So let's listen.
And hopefully you guys can hear it.
You keep me from getting John Deere in the arcade, so I just finally put my sock. Should have sent me one, John. I'd have ducked out.
Yeah,
I'd have ducked out.
Trammell or whatever.
I would have ducked right the fuck out. Oh God, if he lined my shit, I would have never covered this.
You want to talk about that?
I would be like, Nick, why don't you do it? I got a bunch of free arcades back here.
What is? I mean, you can't blame the guy. I mean, the guy is honest. Is the guy not honest?
So Rexer's covering this as if Tommy C is honest. Tommy C's being honest. I've watched Tommy C. See, Rexer, he admits he's not familiar with Tommy C. He's not familiar with what Tommy C does. He doesn't even know what Shots from the Point is. The SFTP in Tommy C's name in his YouTube channel. Now, I'm pretty confident in saying that I don't think Tommy C would trade his reputation on YouTube, trade his reputation within the commentary community for a couple of arcade one-up cabs, right? Like I said, I'm pretty sure Tommy C is going to make more money in the long run being someone with integrity, someone that people can trust, versus just accepting a couple of arcade camps. Pretty sure. So I went to the comments, and of course, I'm always in the comments. I said, "You don't understand jokes, do you? Tommy C is a comedic show where he says stuff for laughs." And I'm pretty sure Tommy C just said that because it was funny, right? I say things sometimes just because they're funny, right? We don't necessarily mean it, and you can tell he was laughing and saying, "Oh yeah, Nick was going to cover it." Nick DiOrio, who was on stream with him. He says, "I think we all understand it's a funny show with humor yet seriousness." Yeah, it's a show with humor and seriousness, but the part that you highlighted was the humor part, not the serious part. I think Rexer maybe doesn't understand humor. What's up, Rabbit Dude?
He doesn't seem to understand a lot
Tommy
of things.
C and Tommy O are the same liars. No, they're not. They're completely different. I'm going to make my arcade one up into an Amico cab when the Amico comes to my Amico show. I'm not in any UAG, OTG, console fanboy group. I got my own crew. It's the Kermit crew. Tony.
So you notice the theme here? Always obsessed, still bringing up the same people, OTG, UAGs, or whatever. Like it's the same attitude. It's like you got multiple personality disorders or something, dude. What the hell is wrong with you? Anytime anyone's calling you out, you gotta keep bringing up anybody and everybody else. The shit gets old. It's so fucking played out. What there's something not right upstairs, man. Something seriously not right. And you doing these one-sided viewpoints, lying with no evidence. Why, Rexer? Why have you never once showed evidence? That's why you were so excited about the UAG thing, is that for once in your fucking lifetime, you actually had evidence of something. Even though you didn't put it all out there. There's a lot more that you should have put out, but you didn't. You were very selective on who you called out and what you put out. We'll say that for another time. Right now, it's about you. You have no integrity, Rexer. You should feel ashamed of yourself. Where is your integrity? Do you not have any? Why can't you? Why don't you? Why won't you? You will not ever show evidence, proof, receipts, nothing for anything you say or fucking do. All you can do is name call. But you never have receipts. Never. It gets old. It's old. And I wish I could find this other cat's video. You just screaming and yelling like a 2-year-old. Hopefully I'm gonna find this shit. Wish I had my backup crew here to give me some commentary while I look this crap up. But he's a little late. Probably fell asleep. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, here's another one. You're bragging that you sued. Don't be this guy. And then you got here's another old line ass post you made.
Please stay tuned as we attempt to commune with the devil.
One of the hypocrisy things.
So
Hi, we're visible.
You made a whole stream saying why people, i.e. John D, from Arcade One Up got fired. What the fuck do you figure he got fired? Where's your evidence? So only you can make speculation posts, right? Because you're a fucking hypocrite. You're a disgusting, sick ass hypocrite. Because only you can make speculation posts with no evidence. Unless I bring receipts. So you don't. Why? I'm confused. Is it because you're lying? We'll talk about this shit until it freaking gets old. Let's see here. Here's another one. Not the first person slide it.
It's not like if you would just like move on, I don't think it would even be like it would really matter. But it's like you keep it's like, do you want people to respond to you? Like, is that all you want? Do you just want like attention? You want people to respond to you to give you more content, or what exactly is it? He tried to sue Stock One Up. He tried to sue them for a rigged giveaway that a YouTuber did with a free cab that was given to him by Arcade One Up. He tried to sue them for what that content creator did with the free cab. Jason says if only he came out with the results of the lawsuit as quickly as he posted about the initial filing of the lawsuit, if we're talking transparency. Sometimes you're upset at people because they remind you of yourself. Maybe Michael B is that to him. The space thrives on negativity like legal. In Ghostbusters 2, it's real sad to see compared to 2020, 2021. And I think like that's why this needs to be addressed. It's like, dude, just stop, just move on.
Got a little glitchy there. Let me see if I can pull it back up.
Right? It's not like if you would just like move on, I don't think it would even be like it would really matter. But it's like you keep it's like, do you want people to respond to you? Like, is that all you want? Do you just want like attention? You want people to respond to you to give you more content, or what exactly is it? He tried to sue Stock One Up. He tried to sue them for a rigged giveaway that a YouTuber did with a free cab that was given to him by
There you go.
Arcade One Up. He tried to sue them for what that content creator did with the free cab.
In the chat.
Jason says if only he came out with the results of the lawsuit as quickly as he posted about the initial
Let me know if
filing
you need it in
of the
the
lawsuit,
another
if
messenger.
we're talking transparency. Sometimes you're upset at people because they remind you of yourself. Maybe Michael B is that to him. The space thrives on negativity like legal. In Ghostbusters 2, it's real sad to see compared to
I mean, you see a theme going on here, guys. I mean, this is not the first tuber. It's the same dragged out shit. Like I said, I got 20 fucking lurkers. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck if you don't like me or not. You know exactly what I'm saying is the freaking truth. This guy is on a repeated freaking broken record circus freaking train. You know, like y'all have been doing this for over a decade. You have the nerve and the audacity to sit here and call me names and shit like that. Well, you know, people like myself or Jade are off, you know, having a freaking career, earning a pension and a retirement. And now we have free time on our hands because we've done something with our fucking lives. You come at us with some bullshit when y'all been doing the same broken bullshit for over a fucking decade. Look at your lives with this shit, and you're pissed. I get it, Rexer. You're fucking pissed that a little old brown skinned guy like me can come into this space and be somebody, right? That we dropping shit. We dropping games, buddy. We got shit with Unico and shit. You pissed. You're mad. I get it. Stay mad. Stay spreading lies. Because in the end, my check's not going to give a fuck. Oh, yeah. Clearly on this Johnson. Let me hook up homegirl here real quick. She said, where's the link? Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Like sitting here messaging people, then get mad and then blocking them. You can't handle the heat, man. You can't handle the heat. And you should stop trying to poke the bear. Push your stupid ass agenda. Think that nobody's smart enough to counter your bull crap. And nobody's ever going to counter you. Why, Rexer? Why have you never released 1 ounce of evidence for the bull crap you spew out of your mouth? The hateful rhetoric that you spew. You never back it up. Never. Not once. And then when you get hit back, you cry like a bitch. That's some bitch made stuff. You cry, you cry, you cry. You're somehow the fucking victim. You got 5,000, 4,000 freaking subscribers, and you cry victim to little old me. Because what I have is truth. Pay your taxes. You can sit there and cry all fucking day. It's on the .gov. It's still the fucking truth. It's still the fucking fact. I don't give a fuck if it was somebody else's fucking fault. That's what you fucking get for talking shit, and you're still on the naughty boy fucking list. Like, I'm gonna talk shit. You're gonna talk shit, and you're gonna fucking cause fucking problems. I'm gonna do the same thing, dude. Good morning.
It's not morning, it's evening.
It's always morning.
I know it's good evening, Staff Sergeant.
Good evening, Staff Sergeant. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Just I was
Covering some
enjoying
stuff.
my day.
Yeah,
was enjoying my
I'm
day
sorry.
working on my fucking arcade machines, adjusting my flybacks, stuff like that,
Yeah. Okay. Has it continued to be a good day, or did it go a little south?
Nah, overall it's been all right. I mean,
That's-
that whole thing with Rexer was pretty annoying, but
Right.
but I'm like I don't know where you're at or what you've talked
Yeah,
about.
I pretty much briefly, just super quick, showed his lost just off the cuff, like I'm not going in too heavy. But I'm highlighting his bullshit that this guy gets old. I have his I pulled up
Yeah.
his failed lawsuit. I did read off his failed business. I haven't pulled that up yet. But it's the LLC, I highlighted Or Toxin highlighted his taxes bit.
I mean,
Uh,
if it wasn't successful, it failed, right?
right. It's just plain
If it was
simple. It's what he likes to do.
if it was dissolved,
Right.
then it failed because it wasn't successful, right?
Right.
Or was it dissolved into another LLC or business that was successful?
Completely gone. It's just failed.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was about 10 years ago. Failed. Z-Rex promotions and shit. PR company. And God knows for what. Most likely for his YouTube. And then I highlighted Tony covering the same thing, like don't be like this guy, and this is what he does. He sneaks into people's DMs and talks shit, and highlighted how everything is always about OTG, UAG, and Zohar, never about him fucking self and what he freaking pulls.
Oh yeah,
It's
constant deflection.
constant deflection. I'm sure you got that, and I've got that, and everyone's always get it. It's always the same freaking names, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, we've highlighted these people already.
Well, he said that in the DMs today. He said that
Mhm.
the LLC was from his YouTube channel.
Okay.
Or he said it was part of his YouTube channel.
Mhm.
But it was related to his YouTube channel. So
Okay. Yeah. See, guys,
but I mean, like, he's like he when he hit me
picking
up,
fights.
he was like, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
he was like going in on me, and he's like, you know, you're friends with this pathetic douche Messiah, whatever. You support him, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? Like, who starts off like a message like that?
Yeah.
I'm like, literally, I was just like, what? And
Yeah.
then he goes on, he's just like ranting, and
Mhm.
he's like, he lives in what did he say? Like government housing or something. And he was like saying all this shit, and I'm like, dude, you're making some pretty big accusations. Like, do you have any evidence to back it up? And he's like,
Yeah, I would love some
well,
evidence.
he was like, well, One Up Underground said it was true, so it must be. And I was
So the
like,
guy that goes around calling me the N-word is telling the truth.
I was like,
Oh, one up's
like,
about to
what?
get his, and he's gonna look stupid.
I'm like, dude, you have like, and I'm just thinking, like, you have zero credibility. You're coming to me about my friend, and you're mad because you fuck with literally everybody.
Right.
You literally, Mike B is the target of almost every one of your shows, and 19K Fox is,
Right.
he makes a special appearance every once in a while.
Right.
Like, you literally target these people. You take videos out of context
Right.
and you show 2-second clips of it, and
Mhm.
then like you show that to your viewers and get off on it because like nobody is, does their research and like pays attention to what's going on. And then some people just like to be entertained by the bullshit and drama, but I'm like, dude, how are you going to come into my DMs
Right.
screaming at me about Messiah
Mhm.
when I have nothing to do with what is going on between you two?
Right.
Like, why are you coming at me? Like, why don't you go talk to him? And that's just like typical,
Yeah.
like typical Rexer.
Completely. It's some weird shit. Toxic says, "Who takes advice from Cuckold seriously?" Apparently, Rexer. And he finds everything he says and does acceptable. Like he actually respects him. It's some weird shit.
Yeah. Oh, and then he accused me of being under NDA with Arcade One Up, and he's like, you need to make a public post right now saying that you're not under NDA and that you don't work for Arcade One and Up. And I'm like,
What?
bro, what are you on? Like, what are you
Wow.
smoking? Like, what? I'm like, I don't even like that company.
Correct.
Like as a company, I do not like them. Um, and just because like I own their stuff and I talk about it doesn't mean that I'm promoting it. Like there's a community aspect of like arcade 3/4 scale, home arcade,
Right.
whatever, where we share like modding stuff, or we share things that we like about, certain cabinets. But there's also the open end aspect of it, which is like, it's not for everybody. Like,
Mhm.
they're not like, I mean, they are like, like little things, but like some people like them for what they are, and et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to get into it, but it's like, I have many times like made it clear, I do not care for that company, and I'm not under, and the only time I ever had to disclose anything was when I did the Fast and Furious review, which when that got like announced, I think Travis said it on Mike B's show, like then I was like, oh shit, well, I guess I better go live and talk about it now, because you know how the community was at that time. It was like really bad. And I
Mhm.
was like, yeah, like I have a professional relationship with John. I interviewed him. Like, it's a very like back and forth professional, like, hey, how's your family? How's business, how's things? Cool, good. There's
Right.
no like exchange of like, give me information. And the only other thing was for the KI beta program, you know.
Yeah.
And that once that was over, like I'm done. Like I'm not in the beta program anymore. So, but that was like a very specific thing.
Mhm.
And so there's all these like different, aspects to it or whatever, but never at any point. And then he goes on to say things to me. He's telling me, like, you got a ton of free stuff from them, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, dude,
Fuck.
what are you talking about? Like, I literally, the only thing I ever got from them, which it was really John D, it wasn't really Arcade One Up, it was John D,
Right.
was the Fast and Furious,
Right.
because he really wanted me to review it. And I was like, okay, like, I don't like, cool. Like, I'm interested, I'll do it. And I told him like, but it's not, if it's not like the arcade, like I'm gonna treat it like that,
Right.
Um
Yeah, you
and
pretty much railed against it.
but I guess my point is just that like he's telling me all these things about myself. Like he's trying to like brainwash me.
Yeah, complete gaslight.
Yeah,
It
and I'm just like, that's not true. Well, actually, no. And then after he accuses me of all that, he's like,
Mhm.
I was like, so you won your court case? Because he was like, he said I lost my court case, and that's not true. And I was like, okay, so then you won your court case? And he was like, well, I'm under NDA with Arcade One Up, so I can't talk about it.
What?
And I'm like, oh, okay.
So Rexer said he had an NDA with Arcade One Up.
Yeah, because he said because of the court trial, and then he was like, call Cyrus, I'll give you his phone number. I'm like,
He's
bro,
got
are you
Cyrus's
serious?
number.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, are you serious? I don't even know Cyrus. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you serious right now? And
Bruh.
yeah, and then he goes off on me, dude, just like going off, and I'm like, okay, what? Like, do you have evidence? And I'm being totally like
Mhm.
just riding it out,
Yeah.
and yeah, he like goes off on me, and then basically the end of it was like, ha 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 ha, yeah, like all those years, and and I was right all along, like you've always like shilled for Arcade One Up or something like that, something crazy. And I was just like, he's like, yeah, you made my day because you proved me right. And I was like, okay, well, all I said was, what I actually said was, I don't really care for the company, and glad I could help. And that was it. I was just like, whatever. And then he blocked me because I like tweeted. I made like a tweet,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that was great. Like,
yeah, and
this is wild.
and so then he blocked me,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, it's just funny because it's like everything that
Yeah.
he is doing to other people and
Right.
accusing people of, he's literally doing. Like,
Right.
he literally does. It's like, so you cannot reason with people like this.
No, you can't.
There is zero reasoning. And like, the people who are following him or believing what he's saying are either gaslighting him.
Right.
I mean, excuse me, are either like the type of people who like gaslighting and like to like see that kind of like bullshittery, or
Right.
they're actually that dumb that they believe what he's saying and they think that he's telling the truth. Like, how much money did he raise for that court case thing? I mean, the filing fee was $86.
And what a crazy thing that he deleted the whole video and just uploaded the so-called highlights, saying that, oh, it's the Shilly Willy. Then why didn't you just remove only the Shilly Willy portion?
Right.
You know why? Because, like I said, when he removed it, he was sitting there talking on the air,
Yeah,
talking about
he
how
was e-begging. He's like,
right,
if you guys want to contribute to this to get Arcade One up, like, and
and he
make
was
sure you
getting
go to
super
other,
chats out of
make
super
sure you
chats.
go and leave comments down and talk about how Arcade One Up has screwed you over and blah blah blah.
Because I
And
was going to take that to the courts, because that's completely illegal, dude. You cannot sit there and generate a false
yeah, it's like
narrative.
it's like coercion or something, isn't
Right.
that?
And then you bring that to the courts and you lie to the court saying, look, Your Honor, look
Right.
at all the people who suffered. You're
Mhm.
lying.
But he specifically said that on his live stream. He was
Mhm.
like, so he could use it in the courts
Correct.
or something.
Correct.
And I'm just like, dude.
And then he bragged about how he's able to bring frivolous lawsuits to the county because they don't need but certain amount of evidence in order to, like, it to move forward. But the
Mhm.
fact that it got vacated and terminated with prejudice tells you that the court was like, yo, you're full of shit. Go away. Go away.
Right.
But if he's sitting
Right.
there saying that he has an NDA with Arcade One Up and he has the personal phone number of Cyrus, what
Yeah,
is going on?
that's what he said to me. He's like, I'll give you Cyrus's phone number. You can call and ask him who won the lawsuit. And I'm like,
Wow.
well, in court, you didn't. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Yeah, he didn't.
I mean, like,
There's no
even if
court
he's
motion on his behalf.
right, and even if he's claiming that they settled with him outside of court, but then magically he's under NDA, like,
Right.
what? So what about your viewers that like gave you money for to support the quote unquote support the court case or support the cause? Like, dude, it's just such bullshit.
Like Toxin just said. So he would just give people's numbers away like that. Apparently so. Like confidential numbers that I'm sure Cyrus will appreciate just his number being thrown out, right?
Right. And that was another thing that he was doing. He was like threatening me. He's like, you want me to leak all your info? He's like, I have all your info. I'm like, how do you have any of my
Wow.
info? Like, it's my info isn't public. Like, there's
Wow.
nothing, I don't like there, you can't have it. And he's like, oh, I know people that have all your real info. And I'm like, so you're threatening me. And he kept like circling around it. And I was like, okay, so you're threatening me. And he was like trying to deflect, and then he would be like, well, I'm not going to do that because I'm not petty like your friend Messiah. And I'm like, okay, so now you're
Oh no,
backing
that's
up.
better. Yeah.
Now you're backing up. You're backing up because you've basically made threats to me about like giving my personal information that is totally privatized out to people. Like,
Yeah. Well, when you do this number and you have a contract and you're going, look, I sued Arcade One Up. Look at this, guys. Look at this. You see this? I sued Arcade One Up. You see? Look. What the fuck do you think people are just going to like, oh, wow, he's suing Arcade One Up and they're not going to look into it themselves? It's fucking public information.gov. Public domain. Shut the fuck up. But then sitting there and you're going to call someone up and go in their DMs and threaten them.
There's no winning. There's no winning, dude.
But this was the whole point to the stream, is to highlight this guy's insanity, his hypocrisy, his ongoings. He's been doing this for God knows how long. You know, like
And then he told me to tell you to go take care of your kids and stop being a deadbeat dad. And I'm like, really, dude? Like, really? When you're gonna tell me to tell another grown man to go take care of his kids and stop being a deadbeat dad, when you have a child and a wife
right.
who allegedly he takes care of his wife because she
Right.
is ill,
Right.
and I'm like, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna come after me, a grown human being and another grown ass man, and you're gonna tell me to tell someone else how to be a parent.
Right.
Like, how does that make any sense? How does that sound like civilized or logical in any way, shape, or form?
I'm gonna tell you how I take care of my kids. My house is paid off. What's your excuse, Greg? Pay your taxes.
And that was another thing he was
Fuck off.
pissed about too. He was like, he's doxing me and says I don't pay my taxes. Escrow pays your taxes. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, technically, I didn't have this conversation with him, but I'm like, but technically, if escrow fucks up, then you're delinquent on your taxes. Like, I mean, it can happen. They're supposed to cover it, but depending on what lender you have, they might not cover it. And so then it's going to show up, and it doesn't matter whether or not it's your fault or not. I mean, based on interactions, it's kind of hard to like side with it not being. Yeah. But
hey, facts are facts. I don't really care about the fact, because he doesn't care. He doesn't seem to care about facts and circumstances and why things are and why things aren't. I'm delivering receipts, so once again, he can name call and all this other crap. I don't know why he's coming to you, because that's what he is. He likes to give people's numbers away, as Toxin says. I mean, he sat there and put out Sosa's wife's information. These Sosa's children are gonna grow up and see this motherfucker stream one day. He didn't think about the children.
No, he thought about himself.
Right.
He thought about
these are children, dude.
I'm doing air quotes. He thought about being right. Right. But he does not care. That's the thing. And I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychologist, but that type of behavior seems like a signature NPD behavior. Like, there is literally no logic or reasoning, and you can't debate with him. You can't make sense to him. And no matter what happens, he's either going to A, deflect, or completely ignore what you said and continue to gaslight you. Like, it really does make people feel like they're fucking crazy.
I agree. Yeah, that is a thing. That I wish I could find this Geek Getaway one where it was
with Mike B.
Yeah, I wish I remember what that was called. And he was just sitting there screaming and yelling at.
I can find it.
All right, cool. Because I just want people to see how.
But it doesn't, like, I've done, I mean, like, you have one of mine up right now, but I've done, I think, like 2 or maybe 3 live streams where I've talked about this, because he's just constantly like bending or leaving information out, or just completely lying, like just confabulating shit.
Right. Always.
And I'm like, no, that's actually not how it goes, and that's not true. And I really like try to be civilized and not like, call him names and dehumanize him to the best of my abilities. But Let me see if I can.
I've got one
find this.
actually. Here's one from the potion, sword potion. He kind of highlight here. So just real quick for the folks that are watching, they apparently, I guess this I was talking earlier about this whole the main few. You got folks like Mo, Michael B, et cetera. Long story short, we all know that they're the bigger names in the space, and it got revealed that they were in a group chat together with Michael B, and people turned that into this whole conspiracy about their the Illuminati, this and this and that, whatever. Either way, so Rexer's making his spin. So Mo and Michael B come on the show to basically confront and share their side. I didn't see any hint of that they were going to try to take over the show or anything like that, but clearly they're the talk, right? And since they're the subject of the talk, they're there to answer any questions. You're going to watch Rexer freak out because he cannot handle dialogue.
Here, I got it.
All right.
It's coming through the chat.
Which one? Oh,
Should be in the main chat. What's up, Dom?
Yo, I fell asleep, man.
Yeah, no, I was like, yo, my man.
Hey, I'm still gonna say what I got to say on the matter. So,
all right, yeah, we'll
let
get
me
there
know
too.
when.
Hey, what's the
up,
title
Jay?
of the show? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, what's up, Jay? What's up, Mister? Man, I
What's
fell
up, brother?
asleep. My bad. Sorry for my tardiness.
How do I pull this shit up? Let's see here.
You should just be able to.
Can you put it in the private chat?
Mm-hmm.
I think that links it because that comments show up. Like I'll pull up the comment like that.
Well, I'm on my phone and then I'm
gotcha.
on my desktop.
Do you know what's the
at
title
same time.
called? Is it on Tony's?
Yeah, it's just called Arcade One Up Shill Exposed Live, and you want to go to like 42 minutes.
Okay, I got that. All right. And you said what time? 34?
42. Wait, if you want to go to the part where like he goes off on Mike B,
Yeah.
you go to 58 minutes. 58 minutes is where he goes off on Mike B.
Gotcha. All right, let me present, share screen. We're getting there too, my man. Good having you on.
Hey, yeah. Hey, I'm fired up.
Fired it
And
up
I'm
now.
recharged. We can go another couple because Bill was like, "Oh yeah, they on for 90 minutes. Let's go another 90 shit."
I offered to put him up in a room because they weren't paying for the room for him. He
Let's see
needed
here.
the room, so I offered
Gregory
any fashion.
Do you think, in your opinion, that this is because he was told directly from John D or someone else within the company that Code Mystics is?
Yeah. Let me ask the audience a question and you a question.
I'm gonna answer your question with a question. Fuck, man.
What is the other possible reason that he would know that Code Mystics is doing it, besides the fact that somebody led him, John D, to calm the masses and say that Code Mystics is working on this and that it'll be fixed? I mean, nobody knows.
Does he own any fucking thing he's crying about?
No, that's
why is he so
thing.
passionate about this?
That's because they're building junk and selling it to you, and he cares about you.
Right. Why clearly cares about me.
If nothing behind him is a one-up, then what does he care?
Right.
Knows what goes on in that chat, except Retro Ralph, who won't say it. He just said he left because it was so bad he couldn't take it. But this is the kind of stuff that leads one to believe, oh, okay, Travis. And I asked Travis, are you in the Illuminati group? And he wouldn't answer. He said he wouldn't answer. So obviously a no answer is yes, I am, but.
Oh, if that's the case, then you're a lot of things, Rexer. You're a lot of things.
That's the reason. That there's no other reason. I mean, what's the other reason you can't tell? What is so, explain why you can't tell. Say, I can't tell you because I work for the company. I can't, which we know he does.
Why is he able to use cognitive in these situations? So he's very selective, and that's what honestly irks me. Is the fact that he shows some competency at times, and then he goes into this tirade of conspiracy, and that's what really worries me about him, is that he seems highly reasonable at times.
And then Kev says yes to whatever he says.
Oh, yeah.
That parroting is ridiculous. Like, Kev Greg, what
Good Lord.
what worth do you bring to anything?
But then how's he gonna make fun of, or how's he gonna get so mad about what John D said about being in handicapped seating, but then not care when Kev Gret does the fake seizure thing?
Grandma,
like how
I'm having a seizure. Like, seriously?
Like what? Like my mind.
And then a person showed me that they came at him, about it, and he says, "Well, my wife is handicapped, and I didn't take offense."
Yeah, like
wow, what the fuck,
man?
What?
Yeah, he also said he likes free money suing people.
Right.
So shit. That's how he make a living, I guess. That's how he's rebuilding these caps.
Oh, but he's the truth sayer, guys. He's the
right.
sayer of truth. He's the only one who's being honest with everyone in the home arcade.
Only Rexer can shave you.
And I can't tell you because I'm, I got a contract with Code Mystics. I don't know. Say why you can't, not just, I can't tell you because I can't tell you the reason. So I don't know.
I don't know.
It was really strange. Like I said, he couldn't tell you the reason. He couldn't tell you where.
Never else, right? You know what I mean? And I heard I was cool. I was letting you cook and everything else, and then I heard my name. So let me just address a couple things real fast, because this is your show, and I'm letting you guys do your thing. So this Illuminati thing, I don't know. Ralph said it publicly. Rexer did see the group chat and the other thing, but it's literally a group chat, and it's literally a group chat that's named like that because if you guys, anyone who follows the home arcade space,
Ralph, can I stop you real quick?
You can.
If you go on and say, because this is important, Mike. I want to save Retro Ralph the headache. Okay, I want to save him the headache of what is about to happen.
He always wants to save everybody. That's his prime directive. Is to he cares so much about all of us that he wants
putting
to
your
make
business
sure
out there. But if you don't stop what you're doing, I'm going to put the other guy's business out there.
Right.
Like, what?
You go on and say that this chat is just a group. He has told me stuff, Mike. And if I come out
and did he tell you stuff as a friend, out of confidence, and you're just blabbing? Like,
bring it out here on this show.
So
if I bring it out on this show, Mike, I'm going to blame you. Okay,
I'm going to blame.
That
is the most narcissistic bullshit I've ever heard. If I bring it out on the show, I'm going to blame you. So basically, he's saying, if I do this, I'm a grown up, but if I do this, it's because of you. It's your fault.
It's your fault. Look at his face right now.
This is important. I don't want to throw Retro Ralph under the bus.
What I was going to say was that Rexer has.
Now, I want you guys to look at the temperament. Look at Rexer. Hear his voice. Hear his, enunciations, his anger, his tone. Listen to Moat. His calmness. Like, who's worried about truth and not truth at this point?
Moat seems nervous. He seems like he's doing damage control, in my opinion.
I agree.
That's normal.
But
he's more calm.
Listen to the tone.
I mean, he's behaving more like an adult than Rexer is.
Right. He's definitely doing damage control because the facts are out there. But since this is on Tony's show, he's putting the information out there. Like, hey, you have a question? Let me answer it. Right. There's no gatekeeping about what's happening. He's not cutting Rexer off or anything like that, right?
Right.
It'd be one thing if Rexer popped up and he was cutting off Mo.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
Mo's
saying.
not coming on there
Mo,
cutting off Rexer.
he's at least acting like an adult with him.
Right. I agree.
I mean, that Ralph has stated on publicly that it's a group chat. You know what I mean? Now,
okay, hold on real quick.
My man spasming out there. Look at him up. He's spasming. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Look at that spasm.
Right. You know what I mean? And
Mike, and if I come out and I bring it out here on this show, if I bring it out on this show, Mike, I'm going to blame you. Okay, I do have to yell because this is important. I don't want to throw Retro Ralph under the bus.
Yeah, I was going to say was that Rexer has
look at him. Look at
Ralph has stated on publicly that it's a group chat. You know what I mean? Now,
okay, hold on real quick. Mike, are you part of this group chat?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are employees of the company part of this group chat?
One.
Yes.
Yeah. One. It's a group chat. It's like a friend talk chat. You know what I mean?
Mike, have you ever talked with Liv in any type of chat, message, text, any other employees of Arcade One Up?
Now, hold on. Wait, Mensa. Let's just so that I'm clear. Now, it's my understanding that Rexer is really good friends with Glenn, right?
Very.
Okay,
Very
so
good.
they're like super bestie good friends. And
allegedly, yeah.
Glenn sends him like all of his stuff to review or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's my opinion.
I don't. That's my understanding of the situation, and I don't see him like throwing up disclaimer flags every 10 seconds every time he talks about Glenn's stuff or talks about Glenn or has him on the show. Like,
yeah, that's a good point, because that's another thing I'm going to point out later. His show is that he doesn't do like, because he did a review for them after he basically cussed out the Super Gamer dudes for not supporting Glenn, which is bullcrap.
I remember that.
and trying to force their hand about shilling. Like, at that point, imagine if they did do what Rexer said, because Rexer said so. Their opinions wouldn't have meant anything, because now it looks like it's being swayed.
Yeah,
coerced.
Like they were coerced.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, like, you're not letting these guys catch a break. It's already bad enough.
But
even people like me are like, yo, you guys are shilling,
But he knows that.
To them.
That's why he's saying stuff like that out loud. Like, you guys didn't support him, blah blah blah. All this stuff. Like, I support Glenn. We support Glenn on this channel.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, dude, that's really great. That's really great that you do that.
Right.
Yeah. But it's like he wants everybody, like, he wants the whole world to know how great he is and how much he cares about everybody and their consumer safety.
Same thing he did with Sosa, Jake. That's the same thing he did with remember he threw the GoFundMe up and threatened all this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Crazy.
Yep.
Here we go.
Question on some sort of individual chat group. That's a yes. Come on, it's not a big deal, Mike.
Yeah.
If it's not a big deal, then why?
Why does he care though? Why?
It's not a big deal. Just say it. It's not a big deal. Well, if it's not a big deal, then
nobody cares.
Yeah, you're asking questions you know the answers to. Yeah.
But I know, but I'm trying to tell you, nobody cares.
Right.
I don't know the answers. My audience doesn't know the answers.
I don't know why you guys feel guilty about it.
No. I don't. No.
Well, if they don't, and that's the thing. He's literally, this is his weird spin. He's sitting there saying that they shouldn't feel guilty about this, right? So then what's the problem? Why is this even a conversation?
Yeah.
Which is it?
He wants to push everybody in to somehow admitting what scenario he has created in his own mind. Like, that's actually what he's trying to do.
Oh, I don't. What I'm saying is, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, everybody talks. If anybody sits and says they don't talk in a group chat or in a Discord conversation or any kind of messenger group, that they're full of crap. That just
hold on.
I'm not. I don't talk to any of them.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying, Rexer. I'm saying in general. I'm saying in general. I'm not saying with.
Except for Cyrus, he has his phone number apparently, right?
Right.
Mike, with all due respect, I don't really know you, but you're gaslighting the shit out of us right now. Okay, because we're not talking about group chats with friends. We're talking about group chats with individuals who work for a company on a product that you and other individuals in the group chat promote on your channels. This is a totally different thing. A group chat that I have with my friends has no bearing on my YouTube channel. A group chat with somebody in the company, which the product you push has tons of bearing on what happens on YouTube.
Let me stop you right there when you say a product that I push. And this is the part where I say you clearly don't watch my content, because I cover everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I cover everyone. You know what I mean?
This was one year ago.
This primarily because other companies don't have anything going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, yes, Arcade One Up gets covered a lot. I'm not talking about my trip next month to Chicago. I'm not talking about future things I have going on with Ad Games or whatever else, right?
So he's talking about iArcade. He's got Ad Games in the back. He's got Arcade One Up in the back.
To yourself or have in the future.
Okay, that's fine. But do you talk to the executives at Ad Games? Are you in group chats with the executives at Ad Games?
No, of course. No, not in a group
John D is an executive, Mike.
I know that, Rexer.
Then say yes.
Isn't
Answer truthfully.
Isn't Rexer in group chats with like people at Games?
I don't know.
He was at one point.
There you go. Heard it here, straight here, folks. He was at one point.
I don't know what happened, but he was. There was all boys, all of them. Rexer, Ralph.
Oh yeah,
when this whole thing first started, he was.
Oh
in the
yeah,
middle of it.
Yeah, they were all big friends. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, back in the day.
You're right.
Before everybody started getting jealous.
Mm-hmm. But no one else is now allowed.
Their mind.
The other guy.
Arcade One Up. He said.
I said Ad Games.
Yeah, exactly. Calm down.
I thought okay.
Calm down.
All right, you're not in the influencer. There is an influencer group for Ad Games.
I'm not.
You're not in that one. But like Mike B is, some other guys are in that one too. Sorry.
Like I'm not part of any paid sponsorships or anything like that with any company.
That's fine.
This
But what I'm
was
saying
1
is,
year ago.
you are in a group chat with somebody from Arcade One Up. You admitted it. It's fine.
Correct.
And you talk about Arcade One Ups. When I say you push it on your channel, I don't mean that's the only thing you do. That's the only thing you talk about. That is one of the things you talk about on your channel. It's Arcade One Ups.
Correct.
When you make your videos, when you make your live streams, you say, "Hey guys, just to let you know, I am in a group chat. I'm friends with an executive."
You got Mike B's coming on in like 30 seconds.
You disclose this at all?
Okay.
No.
You know that FTC regulations require
that body
you to
language.
do so, right?
To require that you reveal that you speak to.
Right. So on one video, Rexer has with Glenn, it literally comes up for like 0.1 second or some crazy crap. Nowhere near the amount that he claims on this video.
It's like 8 seconds in a small corner of the screen. I mean, in a corner of the screen, and it's not clear. And it's like, and he doesn't verbally say it. It says that you're supposed, by their standards, by what they're talking about, by what Rexer tells everyone and preaches like it's gospel, is that you're supposed to say it out loud. Mm-hmm. And have it in the description. Like those are the two things that that is pretty much required. And he didn't have it in the description, and he didn't say it out loud.
Right.
It showed up once on the screen in a very hard to read place where you don't even notice it, because I didn't even notice it until like the third time or until somebody said something.
Right. What we got? Bill says I'm in the group chat. Shut up, Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, but if you get like a product for review though, or whatever, then there's that. But I don't know like if these like what the deal is with their affiliate status or whatever, because if you're an affiliate, then you are supposed to like say like you're part of their affiliate program or whatever. Because these guys were doing like a lot of Arcade One Up News and stuff like that. And they, had pretty much a direct line to the teat. So,
well, yeah, it's like when they were pushing one of the cabinets, they were like, "Hey, let's do this direction," and kind of like we can X, Y, Z.
I think it was more of like just getting the information, and
Right.
then they had the information, and people just wanted it, and people wanted it, and they wanted to give it out. And I mean, that's just it's what it is. But
Yeah.
but yeah, sorry, Mike B should be coming on in like 30 seconds.
And one caveat I want to say with Mike B is when all this happened, regardless if he didn't know or not, he called himself out, and it was like, okay, you guys say I'm not doing something right. What am I supposed to do? Regardless
Right.
if he was right or wrong,
Right.
he called himself out. We told him what's up, and so far as I know, he's made all the corrections.
And at the time,
forward.
Rexer was accusing him of like basically he was basically insinuating that he stole a bunch of money.
Right. Oh yeah, I remember some like donation shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's crazy.
Someone who works at a company in which a product you're talking about, whether positively or negatively, in a social media setting.
No, actually,
I could send you the link if you want later on DM.
Now, Mike, it's very
the whole thing on it.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a good read, Mike. You're not the only one who's not aware of this, and everybody breaks it.
Mike says this was a learning moment. Didn't know this was a thing at the time, but it was CYA. Cover your ass afterwards. As far as disclosures go, good evening, everyone. Hello, Mike.
So don't feel like, oh my God, I'm
no.
Don't feel bad because you don't know. I didn't know until 2 weeks ago. I didn't know until 2 weeks ago.
That's completely fine.
So a year ago, you've known. A year and 2 weeks ago, you've known about all this, but still haven't done it.
I mean, that's completely fine. So,
and it's also a violation of YouTube's terms of service because they consider it sponsored.
Now, I criticize Tony for being a little hyper analytical about things, but he's honestly not wrong about a lot of stuff. As far as that is factual. You do need to disclose appropriately, but my thing is, if you're gonna start doing all this call outs, then don't be a hypocrite. Do it yourself.
Yeah, and do it the way that you're preaching, that it's like so important to do it that way, because God forbid you mislead buyers,
Right. Andy says, yeah, and Rexer went cycle on the stream at Mike B. Yeah, we're about to get to that point.
Sponsorship, whether or not you consider it sponsorship, whether or not I consider it sponsorship, or your audience does, YouTube
show his temperament
in order to cover their ass considers it sponsorship.
And here's another one that people, and maybe Genovi knows a lot more about this, but for example, UAG got that blitz for free.
Always someone else.
That is technically a paid promotion when he does the review on that. And he should be listing his YouTube video as a paid promotion.
Right.
Paid.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So then according to his standard, his Glenn video should have been a paid promotion, right?
Yes.
According to his standard.
Correct. It was a paid promotion. According to his standard.
Which it's not a paid promotion.
I agree.
A paid promotion is different than a review. Now you could do like a review and a promotion video, maybe. I don't know if you can. I'm just thinking it might be possible, but like there's a difference between a product that's sent to somebody to review and then a product that's sent to somebody to promote. That's like a sponsorship,
So you're right. And I read up about this stuff too for the FTC. And like, so say a company sends me a product as a, damn it, I'm losing my tongue. But long story short, it's not everything that they're claiming it to be, but companies are allowed to do what they're doing. Yeah. And it's not necessary. It's not considered that at all,
Because think about this, Miss Bill had to, when he got done doing this for the 4K pinball, he had to pack it back up and send it to Mo. So it's not like he's keeping said item.
Right.
I can see if he was keeping the shit, but they all sending it to the next person. So what's the big deal?
Right. Andy's Game Room said, so hilarious. The only way we know he had an NDA, air quotes, with RK1 up is because he threw it out while threatening Jade in their private chat. When has he ever disclosed it to his stream or channel? Exactly.
Well.
Right, like that and exactly, because you would think that since people put, you know, all that money in super chat saying for the whatever it is, for the case or whatever, you know, and all that, and he's like, oh, this and that, you would think that he would update his viewers and be like, well, you know, the case was dismissed with prejudice in court, and you know, then if he wants to continue on with his BS, you know, whatever, say, but inside of court we settled, but now I'm under NDA, so I can't talk about it. So he just said that to Moat. He said, well, you could say you're under NDA, and then at least we know why. At least we know why.
He doxed himself. That's what I'm noticing.
Oh yeah, that's the crazy part. All because he's mad at me.
Shit.
Yeah. Mike, go ahead.
Multiple times.
Mike says, what's up, Bill? I see you making moves. Been here since the beginning watching. Keep your heads up, man. People hate because you're not in the position that you are. Hey, we appreciate your support, man. Hey, that messaging we put out for hey, for y'all people who can't read, it's very positive messaging. The project's not dead. I don't know where the hell Rexer,
Damien,
you Damien, all you cats like reading just the last half, skimming it. You got to get your comprehension reading levels up, you know.
Thanks.
Watch Reading Rainbow, watch Sesame Street, you know. Schoolhouse Rock, because we just leveled up, guys. Like because
I'm ready.
Whatever. I'm gonna let the product speak. Like, what are y'all thinking?
Let me know when you get on, Chris. That's mainly why I'm here.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take a piss break. I'm gonna get to this mic thing, and then
nobody's doing that.
I'm not a snitch, Jay Cuts. I'm not a snitch. I always say I'm a journalist, not an activist. I just bring information out.
Anytime I get a product, and you can go look through my product reviews on my channel, whatever.
I do give Tony credit for that. He always
sponsorship on it. Like, yo, this was sent for product review, et cetera, et cetera. So again, I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for me. So yes, to answer your question.
Now, hey, I hold on.
Here we go.
He's
freaking.
He's already freaking out.
Before you let Mike be on, let's stop. I'm going to say one thing, Tony. And hold on. Can somebody turn off their stuff?
Yeah, I think that's Mike. Yeah, Mike, you got some echo going.
All right. Can I just say one thing, and then I got to leave because I don't get on shows with Mike B.
I don't get on shows with Mike B. Like,
oh Lord.
Here, conversation. I'm gonna take a piss real quick because that's a good what do you call it? Yeah, I'll be back. Give me
a piss.
1 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna take a piss because I'm drinking beer.
You're gonna make a.
Go do your thing. We'll hold.
Gonna make a head call.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Hurry up, Mensa. Hurry up.
So my thing is, Sheline, is the fact that people buy what they fucking want. If you have the money and say a 1-up costs you, say it costs $600. If you're not gonna miss that $600, fuck it. That's their prerogative.
Right.
I don't care. It might not be for me.
And I could even argue like the Consumer, Protection Act, like of exposing like a fraudulent company, but they're really not a fraudulent company. Like, do they make products that are overpriced sometimes? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Do they make products that have hardware or software failure? Yes. But I mean, then let's talk about Sony. Let's talk about all their PS units that had electrical issues and all this other shit. let's talk about Nintendo and like the Switches that had that screen problem, and I think the first gen Switches, like,
Yep.
and let's talk about Samsung and the time that they made the Note 7 and it like melted, everybody's screen. Like, there's all these things, like, okay, companies like this have those the problems occur, and most of the cases that I've seen, I mean like 98% of them, I've seen everything be resolved. And many a times when John worked there, I would see him saying to people like, hey, please hit me up on Twitter or whatever, let me help you with this. Like, he wanted to get it fixed.
Yep.
And so there was a care for making sure that customers had their products working. So just because they're made out of, cheap, crappy, half cardboard wood
Not
or
for
whatever.
us,
And yeah, like whatever it is, like people enjoy them. Like, there's things about them that some people enjoy, and not everybody has to agree on that or whatever. But he's making it seem like this company is the most devious, like, evil empire. Like, and it's like, bro, you have zero evidence for what your claim is. Like, everything you're saying is based off of a personal vendetta and your hatred for, or at least what started with John D. Yeah,
John D. That's it.
John D.
That's it.
Yep.
And then Mike B, and then
Mike B.
these other guys whose channels do a lot better than his because they make content that people want to watch.
Right.
Well, this is the thing too. And Minister, I was just talking to you earlier about it.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't for us. We're a small percent
right
of what Arcade 1UP business model is for. It's for the person walking in Best Buy who might be buying a dishwasher who will say, oh, I remember Pac-Man.
People who can afford $250, right?
Right.
Like
this ain't for us.
I'm sorry, like, guys, like, if you live in trailer status and you're living check by check and something's beyond your price, I said this repeatedly. So don't act like this is new talk. I said this repeatedly that this is not the hobby for you.
Hey,
and that doesn't make the product bad because it's out of your price range.
Right.
That's literally doing this whole Sega Nintendo thing because you could only afford the Nintendo at the time, or you can only afford the Sega at the time.
My mom
said, be real. If you could afford it all, you would own it all.
I ain't have all of it. My mom said, pick one.
Right.
And you weren't getting all the systems back then. Not now. Now you can get all of it and be happy. But back then you had to pick a side. So pick a side.
Right. Press play. Here we go. The moment of truth.
But let me say this, okay? Why and what's going to happen here is Mike B and Mike of All Trades are going to try and tag team and change the whole
There we go. The projection. There we go. Look at that projection.
Oh my God.
I'm going to tell you what happens, guys. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what Rexer is going to do. I'm going to tell you what he's going to do. Tomorrow, he's going to come out and call me a liar.
Well, maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe.
Oh, not tomorrow. Yeah. He'll do his thing. He'll try to send whoever he can.
Or maybe somebody will,
he can. Huh?
Yeah. I was going to say, maybe somebody will tell him to do the smart thing and just shut the fuck up.
Maybe.
And stop writing checks that his mouth can't cash.
Hopefully one day. And the thing is, we could have been such good friends. It sucks. It's like, Rexer, like somewhere in the end, I'm sure you were a swell guy, but your hatred for certain people is weird.
Yeah, all these people get consumed by jealousy and hate, and this is what ends up happening.
Right.
Or shame. Jealousy, hate, and shame. Those are the three things that just completely fuck friendships up in this space, like YouTube friendships.
Yeah, that's why they're not friends no more.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
Well, since my man put it out there, I'll speak on it. You haven't seen my man Dom in several months, guys, because he had suffered a stroke about 5 months ago. So we might find that he sounds a little different. He's cognitive. Thank God he's with us, and thank God you're here, and we love you. Thank you for being here, Dom.
Thanks, man. Hey, I'm happy to be back. That's all I gotta say.
I appreciate it, and we appreciate you.
And you're not allowed to do that again, Dom.
Yeah,
I know. I know. I'm get well, taking it day by day.
So our family's been through a lot of stress, and that we've kept to ourselves while dealing with pricks and
Facts.
hate. So love you and glad you're back.
Love y'all too, man.
Narrative here,
Nope.
okay?
Nope. I'm
Just can I talk because I'm leaving. This is my last statement.
Wow. Can I talk? Can you shut the fuck up? Can I talk? And I'm leaving.
But like Mike literally just showed up and hasn't even said. He tried to like utter a word. He tried to utter a word.
So bossy. God.
Let me just say it and move on. Okay.
I wish he would move on.
All right. This is what they do in a lot of streams.
They do. I haven't seen them do this once. Have you?
You gotta let it fire away, Mensa.
Guys, I don't go to UAG stream today while he's bashing me. I don't go in there. Okay. I don't go into your stream, Mike B. I don't go into other people's streams when we're talking about things. You crash every goddamn stream.
Hold on. Now you can wait. Pause it real quick. Because I was doing a stream once where I was discussing his behavior and all these things, and he came in and was going off on me, and then he was like, "I'm gonna go take care of my sick wife." Like, okay, am I supposed to stop my stream now? And like,
it's like what that other guy did when I was calling him out, and he was like, "My kids are special needs." I'm like, okay, what's that got to do with you saying the N-word all over the place?
Why does he think that his situation is not that I don't have empathy for his situation, but why does he think that his situation has a higher priority, or is he's the only one living in that situation? Like,
right.
I have a kid who is special needs.
Right.
Like, I have, like we all have things that we deal with our family members or whatever. Some are more close to them than others, but it's like, dude, you're acting like somehow your situation gets you out of like consequences for your actions or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it baffles me. He's the only one with problems.
Face. Just let good enough alone, Mike. You stream 100 goddamn times a week. Can you just let me and Tony TTG have one conversation for Christ's sake before crashing in?
This is from Mike literally trying to like utter one word.
Has he said anything?
No. Like back it up just a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. There we go. Work.
I don't go into other people's streams when we're talking about things. You crash every goddamn stream and try and save face. Just let good enough alone, Mike. You stream 100 goddamn times a week. Can you just let me and Tony TTG have one conversation for Christ's sake before crashing in here? Gotta go. Thanks for having me on, Tony TTG. Tony TGD.
And
like that, dude, that is anger. That is anger right there. That's pure unadulterated, like just heat. And he can't even like speak correctly.
That's that 3LW shit. Promises.
Now watch everybody, like as soon as he jets, watch everybody's like just sitting there like, what the fuck just happened?
EGD, I hope I talk to you again sometime. Go talk to Mike B, and he can shill away and lead you guys all wrong with everything he's got to say.
God, that is some projection.
And go ahead and blast me, Mike B, the game. Mike B, the shill genie.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Might be.
Michael B. You know what I'm gonna call you? I'm gonna call you the show genie.
You ruined
From
my
now on.
life.
I'm never gonna be the same again. It's like he's on some John Wick shit. You killed your puppies, man.
That's your new name. Thank
Hey, I don't.
He said that's my new, and cut himself off. What the fuck,
Dude.
I don't think it's like Michael B's been frozen the whole time. Like, what?
Yeah,
the fuck?
he's just waiting. He's like, all right, I guess I'll just wait
Don't want to.
until
Yeah,
somebody
that
tells
was
me I'm
great
allowed
by
to talk.
Rex. I mean, it's rare when we get someone with such great knowledge on here. I'm going to shut up a little bit more so they hear more.
No problem, Wisp. So, welcome, Mike. I don't know you. We'll call you Mike B. I have no.
Or Mike B. the Shield Genie, whatever you want to call me. I'm okay.
I'm fair, man. We always have people from both sides. We hear all sides. We hear all points of view. Like I said, I don't really know that much about the situation, coming from an outside perspective. But I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Mike of all trades here. Are you in a group chat with executives and people who work for Arcade 1-Up?
We started a group chat when we were doing the fundraiser for the whatchamacallit, and that's all it is. And after we did the fundraiser chat, we called it the Illuminati chat afterwards. It was a joke because everybody kept calling us the Arcade 1-Up Illuminati, but it was a group chat started for the purpose of organizing the fundraiser and what we would do as YouTubers to help them get the fundraiser off the ground. So it's still active, but I mean, if you ever pop into one of my streams, I'm not exactly the best person using OBS. That's up in the corner sometimes when Facebook's open, so it's not exactly a private chat.
Yeah, you're roboting a little, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, it just might be a bad connection.
Oh,
so it happens. StreamYard does that.
Yeah.
So you are still in this group chat, though?
Yeah, I'm in a group chat with John D is the only person in there. Olivia was in there when we were doing the thing, but I don't know if she's in there anymore. And I'm also in the influencer program for @Games. So that's a Skype thread
so basically,
where they give us information on their upcoming products.
Rexer goes off on these guys and makes this big, huge deal and pitches a fit, literally. And then, accuses Mike B, the shill genie, of whatever he's going to do. And then you have Mike, and he sits there and just lays everything out, basically. And then they ask him about the fundraiser and stuff, and he's like, yeah, I actually have no problem providing receipts for that or whatever. And he did show Tony the receipts, I believe. And then Tony was like, yeah, actually he showed me and it was good to go. And then Rexer gets pissed off about that. And it's like what I don't understand is, why do you keep backing yourself into a corner? Because you're full of shit. And then, he just retreats back to his channel where he has like his loyal little horde that believes all the bullshit he says. And look, I've said this before on my live streams. Rexer has ability. He has talent. He could be doing really cool shit on his channel instead of spending his time doing live streams where he's talking shit on other content creators and lying about them, like actually lying about them. And embellishing things and stuff like that. But instead he takes his energy and his hate and channels it into, most of his live streams. And it's like, dude, there's nothing that's going to change the fact, like, no matter how many times you go out and retreat back to your channel, that you're fucking lying. Like, you are lying. And then, I mean, I don't even know, like, when he is truth, unless it's like something that I know for sure is like a fact, sometimes, like when he's talking about other people, because you don't know how far he's embellished it. And it's like, everything he does is to literally take whatever story he's telling you and make it fit into his narrative. And that can't happen if people are calling him out.
Right. Exactly.
Nope.
And Go ahead.
I said no. I agree with Jay. I said nope.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't,
Why
if
does
it don't fit,
why,
he
right.
he is not talking about it.
Why is he so hell bent on trying to push this imagery that he's everything and everybody is nothing?
Because he's angry. He's jealous. I mean,
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't like,
that's what it
obviously
boils
I
down.
don't know him, but he's holding a lot of resentment towards these other content creators who had more privilege with these companies than he did, probably because of his toxicity and the way that
Right.
he treats people. It's like nobody wants to work with somebody like that. Nobody wants to work with a tattletale bitch
Right.
who can't be an adult and have a discussion with other adults. Like nobody wants that in their workplace environment, you know? Like, dude, if you cannot communicate and have a conversation with other adults, how are you supposed to fucking work with people?
True.
I agree. So let me tell you something that I know about this cat. That I've see, the thing is, Rexer, I talk with a lot of people, a lot of companies. They don't like you.
Gregory.
They don't like you, Greg. They don't. And so what Gregory does, folks, what you don't realize is that he'll go and he'll try to
Dirty Mac
and bash these people to the point where, like, I'm exaggerating here, folks. I'm exaggerating, but my exaggeration is based on factoids. Okay, he'll go to say like at games and say it's like about Papa Brad or something like that, right? And he'll go to at games and then he'll lie on them in order to try to cut them off from being affiliated with that company. So what he does is he'll tag these people like Michael B or, you know, myself or whoever, and he'll try to fuck up people's algorithms by putting in their names. So as long as he keeps doing these things, soon as you search for them, you're looking at his negative exposure about you.
Bingo.
In order to try to drive this narrative. So it's like licensors or whoever is trying to come, they go, oh, well, we don't want to deal with them. Well, the cat's back. Majority of the people already know who you are and they don't like you. So it doesn't work. He's tried doing that.
And here's another thing too. He also, and so I'm sorry I cut you off, but I just real quick. He also plays this victim thing where he's like, oh, you know, it's defamation, like you're defaming me. Like, no, I don't think people understand what that word means. It means that you are lying about a public figure and you're confabulating things about them that are not true.
Right. Example, defamation, saying that John D was fired. I was gonna say that, but that's defamation. Where's your evidence? You're going around saying he's fired. You're lying. You don't know this.
Right.
You're a liar. You claim he's a public figure. That's defamation. If this guy gave a crap, he could sue you. But you know he doesn't. But one day you're gonna meet your maker, dude.
Dude,
you're gonna get a lawsuit.
A lot of people could sue him.
Right. And one day you're gonna meet the right person. And this whole, you know, you thought you can, like, I threw Arcade One up for fun.
Yeah, it's just that
you lost.
Yeah, most people just don't want to waste their time with you because you're an asshole. Like,
correct.
Say it
and nobody wants to deal with assholes, Greg.
Bam.
You know, and that's the thing. Nobody wants to deal with it. Like nobody who is dealing with kids who have special needs or who is dealing with actually trying to make like a good, you know, gaming channel on YouTube or who is dealing with building, you know, companies like home arcade companies and stuff like that wants to deal with people like you. You're a liar. And you never like, please pull up all of your evidence and make a video where you refute all the claims that, because they're not even, I mean, they're not claims, but where you refute all the evidence, the hard physical empirical evidence against you.
Right.
He's calling people shills, but you don't know. People
I don't know.
believe it's any product. People believe in a product. That's
Right.
just what it is.
Yeah, if I like a product, like I don't have a problem shilling it. Like I'm not going to shill a product that I think is shitty unless it's like something that I bought and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is a piece of shit." But if a company sends me something and I think it's that bad, I'm probably not going to review it. Which also, if I have any doubts about something that a company is going to wants to send me, I won't do it. Like, and I've done that on several occasions where a company wants to send me something and I'm like, no, I'm just not going to respond because I don't want to do it. Like I won't have anything really good to say.
Oh, you're back. Lost you for real quick.
Let me know you want me to touch on it, Messi.
Yeah. She lying drop real quick.
She gone?
No, she dropped real quick. Yeah. Yeah, drop real quick.
What did you miss?
Crap.
Where did I where
you went in and out?
About the last 2 seconds.
Oh, I don't remember what I was saying. I'm old.
you were going at it. But yeah, like the what I walk into. We're going off about I had my now I got cat my tongue because we were going in on Rexer about his hypocrisy and how he's just lying.
Well, there's just none of these companies want to work with him because he's an
Right.
asshole.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's it. That's what it comes down to.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
And he's the one who's doing all the things that he's, accusing everybody else and alleging everybody else of doing. He's the one who's doing all these things. I mean, like, prime example, like, first of all, if he was going to settle out of court with Arcade 1-Up, like, if he's so high and mighty, why the fuck would he? Why would he be like, why? So that means that if he signed an NDA, he must have taken money, right? Or something.
Right.
He must have taken something.
He's a
So
sellout.
if he signed an NDA, then that means that he took something in exchange for not talking about whatever it was.
Right.
And again, that goes back to, and I'm not saying that that's what he did, but according to him, he told me, like, oh, I have an NDA, like I can't with Arcade 1-Up, but then he's like, you want to call Cyrus? According to him, though, that's the truth. He has an NDA with Arcade 1-Up. Like, okay.
Cyrus,
so
man, please.
Yeah, and it's like the fact that he was so like desperately saying that to me was like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Like, no, I don't want to call Cyrus. I don't even know Cyrus, bro. Why would I be like, yo, what happened with Rexer? Like,
yeah.
So that's the deal.
Is it true? Do you
Jay,
have an NDA?
Because
he's just going to tell you, right? Yeah, it's true. Rexer has an NDA with us. It's so true. Like,
right?
What kind of that? It's so nonsensical. Like, are you stupid? Like, what the hell? Who gets the? I'm just going to email Cyrus and say, hey, is there a secret NDA that you didn't want to disclose about Rexer and a lawsuit that you lost against him? Like, what?
Right. Well, by the way, man? What was the exchange there? Like, what exactly?
Zero.
Since what was the exchange since he took the NDA? Like, I mean, they must have like paid him in something. Like,
yeah, there had to be an exchange. If I mean, we know he's lying, but it's just
right. You don't
trying to make sense of it. It's just it breaks it down to like, wow.
Yeah, you don't sign an NDA unless there's an exchange of information. Like,
right.
It's very simple. Like, that's the whole point. That's the whole reason why you would sign an NDA is to like limit what you are allowed to speak on.
Right.
And so if he did have an NDA for that, then there shouldn't be a problem of him saying that like on his live stream, right? He should be able to say, oh, guys, sorry, I can't talk about the Arcade 1-Up case because I have an NDA on it, right?
Which he's supposed to disclose, right? According to him.
Yeah, according to him, it's easy.
Yeah. Like, what's the big deal?
Didn't he make at games video about a new table? He's doing the same, like Jay say, he's doing the same thing. He made a bit of speculation or this table's coming out from Zen.
Yeah, there's
that's
oh,
the
go ahead.
thing. That's why I was like asking, like, what is the deal? Like, does he work with at games? Is he like, I don't get it. Like, it's
Yeah, what
like
is his modus
it's like up and
operandi?
down with him.
What is his motivation to drive him to be this way? Usually people who like back in the day when I was making these speculations about the iArcade folks, there was truth to it. Like they had their own conspiracy to try to take over, et cetera, et cetera. What is his conspiracy? Like, what is his motivator that he would continue to lie and lambaste about BS? And is he getting a hard on from this? Is it his fake followers? What is this?
Well, he said, "Well, you want to call Cyrus?" That's what this is about. He'll go through whatever length to get in with Cyrus. So if that means suing him, then that's what he's gonna do. That's the first thing he said. Oh, you want to call Cyrus?
Yeah, why is he boasting that he's best buddies with Arcade 1-Up at this point? That's crazy. Mr. Anti-Arcade 1-Up is best buddies with Arcade 1-Up now? You looking stupid.
Arcade 1-Up built a lot of these channels. I've been around. Me and Cool Toy had the first review units in 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Half these people around
but look,
Arcade 1-Up made them.
But look who he targets. Has he ever targeted Cool Toys?
Zero. See,
has he ever targeted Retro Ralph?
Let me know, mister. I'm going there.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready.
There's definitely a bias that goes on with him with
facts.
Non-Americans and like let's get real. And my man Kevin kind of hit on it here. Yeah, like there's definitely a bias. Now, is he that way specifically? I don't think so. I think Rexer is a 1000% an opportunist. But it doesn't take a genius to see a pattern.
Facts.
On the divide that's going on, that's been there. Why can't this guy get along with anybody? And he seems to get along with people in private, but not in, on a public space. Like, oh, I can't let them see me talking to you kind of, attitude.
Like,
I mean, dude,
his channel name says it all. It's TheRexerShow.
Right.
That's
his show, right?
That says it all right there.
This is true.
He's talking about who he in Skype chats with.
Right.
Remember we did, Mo? Oh, Mo, I sent you this on Skype. You dry sent it, homie.
We press this play. Oh.
Yeah, I just it's the redundancy and like the lying over and over again. That's just like, dude, like stop.
I feel like I'm in the Matrix.
Yeah, like stop. Well,
Zoolander shit. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, does nobody else see this shit?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. When you look at, because this is where it gets interesting. When you look at his chats or his comments, it's generally the same group of people every time. And when you think of that on a large scale, it's like nothing. It's nothing. So everybody else who's watching his channel is watching it purely for the shit show aspect of it. And it's like it almost makes me think that even him hitting me up today, it's like, were you just doing that like just to like start shit to see what would happen? Just to see, but just to see what would happen so that like you could stir some shit up, you know what I mean? And like, or was he doing it because he's actually like that psychotic You know, because to me that kind of behavior is like psychotic behavior. It's like super NPD psycho. Whoa.
Yeah, he's
But
psycho. He's psycho.
Yeah, but folks like you and I and Dom that work our career fields, we've, like I've said before, we've worked career fields that we get held accountable.
Yep.
These guys have
Ain't no
grown
middle
up
area.
living a American lifestyle where they've never been held accountable a day in their damn life, and it shows that they're like 12-year-olds who have never got to grow up because no
50
one's
plus.
ever because nobody you're going on 50 plus and you've never been held accountable a damn day in your life.
Nope.
Let's see here. He could come up with something interesting angles on subject of community, but when he would bring all the negativity, it just lost my interest. Decided I give him no more
But
place.
Andy's coming
Good
up.
job.
That's real.
The clip of him getting mad, stuttering, and then rage quitting the stream was funny as fuck. Someone please clip that. Yeah, I will.
Speaking of
but I mean that's 100% true what Andy said, and that's like how I feel. It's like, dude, if you would like stop being such an asshat and lying and like doing the same act over and over with Mike B and 19K, like dude, nobody cares. Like literally people who are commenting on your stuff, like nobody cares. Now all of your actual like videos that could potentially be good, they don't get any views because people only come to your channel to see you act like an ass. Like that's what they expect out of you, is to put on your clown nose and lie and honk your clown horn.
And I see my boy Toxin. Hey, let's get this. I'm gonna bring this up. Twisted Chris.
Okay.
You a bitch. Yeah, it's all I gotta say about that. I caught the code words you said. We know, Mister. We know you said the code words.
Yep. I'll say it real quick and I'll move on. He called me a thug, and then he's talking about Bill moving out of the hood, and we all know what that's code word for. I don't even have to do it. I could bring up the Googles, what it's for. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yep. And if you fuck with him, I'm gonna see you. Yep. So, Chris, see all these people talking. Remember, we got conventions. As 19K Dub, I seen them in person. You're going to see this person. You're not hiding behind the keyboard. So you're going to see him at Southern Fried, SoCal, PAX. Wherever you go, you will see whomever you're talking about. So keep that in mind. Chris, and you should be humble for what happened to you. And you know what I'm talking about. We saw the articles.
Right.
But you want to talk. You want to say code words. You want a dog whistle.
Yeah, dog whistling ain't cool. Appreciate you.
So we coming for you, brother. And if you support Twisted Chris, I don't care who you are, I ain't supporting you no more. And that's facts.
There you go.
So Chris, you heard me. It ain't Mister talking. It ain't Jay. It's me, KC, talking. So if you're supporting his channel, I ain't fooling with you no more.
There you go.
And we already got screenshots. Toxin responded, called you a racist POS, and it was, I don't know if YouTube removed it or what. I don't know what happened to that comment. It ain't there. Twig then came after you. But all those comments are going. Don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But we already got the screenshots.
Yeah. Celebrating what you and what kills me is is it reading comprehension? Like there was nothing negative in that messaging. There's no downfall of Bash. There's no downfall of the system. Yep. It got pushed. I mean, can you fools not see the correlation between Nova Blast and come on, use common sense. Anyways, moving forward.
Yep.
Press and play.
PowerPoint presentations. You used to see them on their website all the time. So they'll do a PowerPoint presentation about their news. They'll give us the news ahead of time. Then it's up to us if we choose to market that stuff. But that's a bit of a different setup. And then with iArcade, like covering the whole home arcade community gambit, iArcade, we're part of the influencer group there too, but they have a marketing team called PR Marketing. You might remember Colin used to do the iArcade live streams. He actually, he doesn't do it so much, but there's another guy, Scott. If you watch the Game and Brew we went to, Scott's like the 6'3" guy that was bald. He'll send out an email, like if there's upcoming iArcade news, and then say, if you want to cover it, here's the press release and stuff like that. Now, the Arcade 1-Up group chat we're in is a little bit different because it's just John and it's not official and there's no news. But you know what you're saying, I've never looked into the FCC regulation stuff. Maybe I've got to look at that because maybe we do have a relationship that's inappropriate. I don't really know how it works. Like, you know, we're not exactly newscasters.
You know what I mean? It's
I
just a
saw Rexer pop back
talking
up.
about stuff.
Dude came back. I didn't know he comes back. Why didn't anyone tell me he comes back? Did y'all know he comes back in?
Who comes back?
Apparently Rexer comes back. Look at that. Like, hold on. Here he is.
Maybe
You know what I mean?
After Mike leaves, right?
He's hold on. He's still there. So it's gonna be interesting. He comes back.
And literally only 2 people respond to Ralph's topics because Ralph was, you know what I'm saying, there were real topics that he wanted to talk about and discuss. And a lot of people didn't interact with them. I did, Nick did. He said this on the Outsiders podcast. You know what I mean? Like, we answered it. And it was just like, Ralph's just like, yo, this isn't for me. This is my vibe. This chat's more about people who like Arcade 1-Up, and Ralph's kind of like moved away from that space. And so that's why Ralph's left. And he's answered this publicly. You can go on my channel last week, Tuesday, and he's literally talked about this.
All right. So Rexer's back. Let's try not to kill each other.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm good.
I'll
like
be
Rexer.
professional.
I
like
Rexer. Rexer's cool.
Can you guys hear me enough? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Rexer. He's cool.
All right. Sorry. I apologize, Ralph, but I can't take this anymore. Okay. I am sorry, Ralph. What I am about to say, I am completely sorry because I can't stand what these guys are telling the people of why you left.
Fuck.
Retro Ralph called me and said, Rex, and I quote, if I told you what went on in that chat room, you would be absolutely sick. You would go on the stream right now. You would call out every bullshit that goes on in that.
But does he ever say anything? Does he ever say what he said? And why is he about to cry? Am I missing something?
Wait, who do you mean?
Rexer,
Ralph?
like
Rexer?
Rexer's like, if I told you what Ralph told me, you'll be pissed. But what did he say?
He's like apologizing, and then he's like, Ralph said he was sick of that chat. Like,
yeah,
okay,
and I'm waiting
and
for
then,
what happened. Like, were they talking about like locker room talk? Were they talking about, you know, touch women by the pussy? Like, what's going on? Like,
that stream, he said, I can't even tell you, Rex. I can't tell you. And I quote,
I can't tell. So he doesn't know.
Oh,
shut the fuck up, Rexer. You have no information. I can't tell you, but if you saw it, you'll be upset.
We all know how good his quoting skills are. So let's hear what it is. This has got to be the most truthful quote ever.
Here we go.
It would make you sick. I couldn't even last 2 weeks. That's how bad it was. And I apologize, Ralph, but blame these 2 guys who crashed the stream and made me call you out and have to tell the truth about this. Don't make me tell the truth on any more, Mike. I don't want to do this. All right, Mike and Mike, stop it.
Okay, so he said nothing. He just seemed really angry and said something that he already said.
If I have to tell the truth,
yeah,
it's
I have
the
to tell the
truth.
truth. And Ralph was sickened by it.
And the other guy was sick. And I'm sorry, Ralph, for calling you out and telling all your business. But I literally said nothing.
Him and Ralph are buddies. They built cabs together and shit. And then he's dry snitching.
So Shotgun says hi to y'all too.
What's up, Sean? Sheepitch and King.
What's up? What's up, Sean?
What have I just watched?
I can't take pressure. All right, let's go. Let's see this.
Don't want to do this. Get off the stream. It hurts me that I have to tell everyone what Retro Ralph really thought of that chat and you. And he's not.
I'm sorry.
He up there whining.
He's like, it hurts me. It hurts me. Oh my God. Dude, it hurts. This hurts too. It hurts me to watch. Like, this is just, it's embarrassing.
I'm so sorry.
This is his content.
I'm so sorry.
Hollering and screaming.
My heart.
Not going to tell you, and he's going to come on here and say, that's not it, Rex. That's not it, Rex. That's not it, Rex. I'm not a liar. I'll go on a goddamn lie detector test. I will put my kid's life on the...
Oh, come on.
Oh,
dude, really?
Rexer, no.
Really?
No.
Your kid?
Why'd you bring them into this? Oh. It's like, I hope I get struck by lightning. I feel so sorry. No. Your kid's life, bro. Like, why would you? Don't do that.
Yeah, like,
don't
why?
do that.
Okay, you just keep going. Keep going. Nothing. No.
Let's take one more deep breath. That's sad.
Fucking line.
I was having
and
a good
tell
time
you
laughing.
That's what he said. And more. He was so disgusted with that chat and so pathetic of how much shilling went on, how much bullcrap went on, that he said, Rex, if you saw this, you would absolutely vomit. That's the truth. And I'm going to leave you with this, Mike, because you...
Well, it started off with he was sick, and then he was disgusted, and then he would vomit.
He's vomiting.
Yeah, so it's...
Retro Ralph is so queasy about the words that John D and Michael P and that he was Retro's such a... I mean, basically he's saying he's a sissy and he can't hold his stomach. Like, that don't make no damn sense.
Right. Like,
I think Retro's a little bit more stable than that. Dad, you put my life on some of your TV. Right? Right? Can you imagine watching this?
Yeah,
all people think that I'm got here, right? Never.
Okay, let's
you want
see
people to ask. Tell the people what you said to me when I said on our secret, not our secret.
What?
He slipped.
What? Hold on.
Keep it going. Come on. No, push.
The people of why you left. Retro Ralph called me and said, Rex, and I quote, if I told you what went on in that chat room, you would be absolutely sick. You would go on the stream right now. You would call out every bullshit that goes on in that stream. He said, I can't even tell you, Rex. I can't tell you. And I quote, it would make you sick. I couldn't even last 2 weeks. That's how bad it was. And I apologize, Ralph, but blame these two guys who crashed the stream and made me call you out and have to tell the truth about this. Don't make me tell the truth on any more, Mike. I don't want to do this. All right, Mike and Mike, stop it. I don't want to do this. Get off the stream. It hurts me that I have to tell everyone what Retro Ralph really thought of that chat and you. And he's not going to tell you, and he's going to come on here and say, that's not it, Rex. That's not it, Rex. That's not it, Rex. I'm not a liar. I'll go on a goddamn lie detector test. I will put my kid's life on the fucking line and tell you that that's what he said. And more. He was so disgusted with that chat and so pathetic of how much shilling went on, how much bullcrap went on, that he said, Rex, if you saw this, you would absolutely vomit. That's the truth. And I'm going to leave you with this, Mike, because you want people to ask. Tell the people what you said to me when I said on our secret, our chat, hey, hey, why don't you donate the money to charity? How come you're not donating the Simpsons money to charity? Come on, Mike. You came on the stream. Tell him what you told me.
I
Tell
will,
him.
but I don't want to fight with you anymore. I said I didn't say I didn't donate the money to charity. I said I would never give you the satisfaction of trying to wipe.
Tell him.
Bam.
Oh my god, dude, that is like Tony did us all a disservice by not putting Rexer full screen for that. Like,
right.
Yeah, he ranted.
Bruh. This is a clip.
My god, dude. That was
Sorry,
like
Tony, I'm about to ask for this one.
that was like a soapbox rant right there.
That was fun.
The evolution of Ralph's queasiness was also very entertaining.
Our secret.
He would be sick.
He would be so sick that I would have to give him anti-nausea medicine.
I'll take a lie detector test.
Somebody get the Dramamine.
Man, put his kids out there. Bro.
Tell him what you said. Tell him what you said. Why you couldn't donate the money to charity? Tell them, or I'll show the fucking tweet, Mike.
Please,
I'll show the fucking conversation.
I'll show the tweet. It's out in public.
I'll show the fucking tweet.
I'll show them the public tweet.
I'll show the fucking tweet. Oh my god.
Don't admit it. I have it on a fucking tweet of what you answered. Show it. Tell it, or I'll tell it for him.
The fuck?
Come on, Mike. You wanted to do this. You wanted to get on this stream and fucking come on. Tell him the truth.
And you're attacking me now. Like,
like, whoa, dude. Like, take it down a notch, man. Like,
and then they all have the earphones in too. So he's just screaming.
Someone had one too many fucking cans of Surge, dude. This guy is like hyper dude up right now.
I'm attacking you because you you came on here and crashed this stream like you always do, and you want to sit here and bullshit, and you guys sit here and want to protect the goddamn company at God's end for one reason. I don't know why. And I'm asking you a question now. I'm putting you on the spot.
Yes,
you wanted to do a charity. What did you say why you wouldn't donate the money to charity? Say it, or I will.
You go ahead and say it if you think that
you said while you had 20.
Get your proof.
I do have the proof, and I will say it, but I don't need.
Yeah, he got called out. Get your proof. That was a good one. Where's the proof?
While you have 30 one-ups behind me, you said, Rex, I need my YouTube money for bills. I have to pay bills with it. I'm not going to donate it to charity. End of story. And if you deny it, I will go live and I will show the fucking conversation.
Okay.
So go ahead and deny it.
I'll ask.
All right. While you got 20 one-ups behind you, you're sitting there going, oh, I'm not donating that money to charity. I need my 25th fucking one-up.
What about that? What about that court case money, though?
Yeah, well, I'm curious about that settlement.
How about them court case bills?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
this is
dude,
a trip.
It's gut wrenching that this is literally adult behavior.
And the reason I'm showing you guys this is his temperament, and this is what he does to us on a daily fucking basis.
That's what he does to anyone who opposes him. Anyone who opposes him or has factual evidence that deplatforms what he's saying, he literally loses his shit.
That's why Kev Grant be I got golden teeth too.
Yeah, you're right, Mixer. Whatever you say.
Like, what are you adding, my man?
Oh no.
he does no rebuttal, mister.
Nothing analytical. And then the analytical thing that I did post that he posted.
Exactly right. And that's what we've been saying all along. That's what we said from the beginning.
We said this isn't new. We always said this, Rexer. You know, like
this is, you know what, Mensa, here I'm sending you something. This is it right here. This is exactly what we're talking about.
All right.
You got it?
Jason funny.
Where am I looking? On
He said Mike B is the new John D.
Yeah, IG.
Gotcha. Let's see here.
Oh, what? Wait.
Oh,
Selected.
that didn't get sent.
Oh no. Oh, maybe I can't do it there. Wait, can you get on Twitter?
Let's see. Let me pull up Twitter. Pull you up on Twitter?
Yeah, just message me on Twitter.
Okay. Let's see here. Messages. I type in she. Wait, hold on. How do I do this?
No, it's taking too long. I'm just gonna send you a link in a minute. Stand by. Keep going. Keep talking. I'll do this.
Okay. You She-Line on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
All right,
I got it. I already got a link for you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just with Kev, man, he doesn't add shit to the convo. Man, Kevin said, Kev and Rexer act like they're all gods to give the education, and YouTubes are lying to get free. Right. It was the same shit. Like way back when I had posted Kevin's audio, right? Because everyone was iArcade shilling this shit, and he goes, well, if iArcade has 1,000 games, that they're sitting on, then why aren't they put out any games? So I put that out there because he was the only one who said something critical, but he's the ultimate iArcade show at the same time. I put that out, but somehow I'm attacking. And if you guys notice, about 99% of my videos, it's just these cats speaking. I don't add my 2 cents. I don't add nothing extra. It's just their own words. And they're mad because they got highlighted on their own words.
And then automatically everybody is lying.
Right.
Like, even if you're like, it's a direct translation, you're a liar.
Yeah. And it's like, what? They're it is what they do. Let's see here. Is it in the? You said you put it out there yet, or the link?
Yeah. Do you have it in your what's it called? What's that thing that we use?
Gotcha.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
Looking now.
The thing that the kids are using these days, the Instagram.
Oh, it's coming now.
That's what she said.
Okay. I gotta right. I gotta pull it up on my thingy here. Log in.
Yeah, you probably want to like actually download the file to your. Just download it.
All right. I gotta log in with Facebook. Logging in right now. Keep it going. Keep it going. While I download.
I think that this is a it's a very nice way to touch on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty much the reality of the situation. Just of course, obviously, at a older age level group, whatever you want to call it.
Right. This is a good one. All right, saving. Boom, boom, boom. Open file. Let's see, media player just once. That's funny as fuck. All right, stream, present. How do I do this?
If you could define the relationship in one video, this is it right here.
Here we go. That's a rewatch.
Is there audio? I don't hear any audio.
Oh no, you don't? No.
No.
I heard it on mine.
Oh, maybe it was there then.
Okay, let me do it again. Did y'all hear audio?
No,
Can you hear audio?
I don't hear it.
No.
Chizat.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't hear audio. Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird. Somebody else had like an issue with that too. I
it's
think
probably because it's in the window and not via. Let me see it. Let me play it this way. Through the other way you sent it. Maybe that will work. Let me see.
Aye.
Stop screen, present, share screen. Let me do it through this browser. Let's do it this way. You hear that?
Oh yeah, there you go.
All
There
right.
you go.
There you go.
Wow.
Where are they now?
Where are they now? That will about do it.
Uncle
The
Fester.
definitive relationship right there.
He came back after, let's see. So it goes for 50. He leaves at the hour mark and he comes back literally 20 minutes later. It's crazy.
Because I got to pay bills. You wanted me to feel guilty for you because you got 20 arcade one-ups behind you and you need your YouTube money to pay bills was your answer.
So like, is he mad that he has or had at the time so many arcade one-ups? Like, is that what he
Sounds
was
like he's
getting mad
jealous.
about? Was that like people had a lot of arcade one-ups and he didn't? Like,
Yeah, it's weird.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's very weird.
That's an interesting measurement.
That was your answer? Are you kidding me right now? You asked for this, Mike B. Admit it. Admit it. Bye.
Wow. Running away. He can't even hold a convo.
Gregory,
Bye.
calm down.
Just
Gregory,
admit it now. I'll let it all go. Admit it and I'll let it all go.
I said
Thank you. End of story. Drop the mic. Love you guys. See you later.
Yep, there you go, right there.
fun
Out the
guy.
door. Out the door. I'm gonna say all this shit, not let anybody respond to it because it's total horse shit and it's just what I want to say. And then I'm out. I'm out. Like that is literally his persona.
Gregory, no. Why?
Chill, daddy.
Daddy, chill.
So
comments are at the table, right?
So much excitement on my channel.
I know.
Such a small one.
So just
Say that again. I'm sorry. I might have got confused. Yeah, definitely.
to be clear, me and Rex were having an argument, and he went aboard me about whether or not I was going to donate the money. And again, I didn't feel it was right for him to reach out and tell the community I should donate the money. Now, I told Rex the same thing because he got on my case about the charity stream that we did with the charity stream, and I had super chats come in, and I said I didn't want super chats. So he wrote me and he said, "You and 19K Fox better donate the money."
Wow. First off, that's what their business is, what they do with the money that they get on their super chats. Am I wrong?
Dude,
So now he's trying to dictate.
Don't even get me started on this bullshit right now.
This
Because
is crazy.
this is literally, it's like,
Mitch, what are you doing with your super chat?
It's like him having the audacity to tell me that I need to go on and do a community post saying that I have no affiliation with Arcade One Up. Like, I don't need to do a fucking community post. I've said it so many times in live streams, first of all, and secondly, who the fuck are you to tell me what I need to do? Like,
yeah.
What?
That is some ego. This is crazy. You better do this. Who the fuck are you?
You know what? If he would have just like left me alone today, I probably wouldn't even be on the stream right now.
Well, that's a fact. I'm sure. He came for you, apparently.
I'd be watching it, but I probably wouldn't be on here. But I feel like it needs it now needs that extra context, because why are you hitting me up and flipping out on me about something that you've started? Like, it's like he doesn't even understand like what he did. It's like he doesn't get it. Like, okay, he started when he started lying about well, no, it was before that actually. But he started when he was lying about the bash box, really.
Yeah.
And he was lying about like you guys and like the like a bunch of different things that are inside of that bubble.
Right.
He's full of shit, okay? And then not to mention that he had the pattern of lying from then on forward, and then he's like trolling all these other channels, leaving comments about anybody who does like a video about the bash box or whatever.
Right.
And it's like
all in their comments.
Right. And it's like, dude, it's like, dude, you're that, like, why are you so obsessed? And is it because of Glenn's thing? Is that what it is?
Right.
Like, so he felt the need to like gatekeep and say this is a piece of shit,
No.
and Glenn's thing is going to be so badass. Like,
Which is crazy because we
Glenn
have
ain't
such a
been
great
caught.
relationship with Glenn, and I can
Fact.
probably guarantee you that Glenn does not necessarily agree with his verbiages.
Nope.
You know, I'm
Glenn
not gonna
sucked
sit here and speak
console
for
and
him or
pirate.
nothing like that, but you know, like, come on, like Rex, no one's backing you. You know, no one reputable is backing you in your BS. And yeah, I think it was just straight gatekeeping.
Because let's be clear, and I'm gonna say this: why are all y'all doing a video on Bill, but
Right.
I haven't seen Damien do one on RGT85? He did a emulation box off Amazon, cool toy. None of y'all hit post, but when Bill do anything, all of a sudden there's a video.
Right.
That's weird to me.
Look at Rexer's shit when he finally did that crap for Glenn, right? And once again, I've already advocated for the way he did the box, how it was a STEM project. It should have been better presented as a STEM, because you know the way the his dang it, I forgot the name of the
Bill
box.
Decade.
No, the other one, the
okay.
Akari stick, and so the
Oh.
Akari stick was nothing but
dude,
the buttons.
he was like caressing that thing. He was
Right.
like slow kissing it. He was like, this
Yeah.
is the best thing I've ever seen, guys. You could build an entire multicade from this platform. It's so sexy. And look at these buttons. Oh my, he was just like drooling all over it. And I was like, bro, it's not that great. Like, it's a freaking $70 cardboard box with buttons in it. Like,
well, you know, it got presented with the buttons and stuff like that. So, you know, I appreciate what, you know, he was doing with it. But here's the problem
obviously
that I
I'm
had.
embellishing.
No.
I have to
I'm sorry.
disclaim it now. I'm
Oh,
embellishing. I'm sorry, I embellished
Yeah,
the
yeah.
truth. But I mean, like, if you
Right.
watch the video, it's like he's like drooling
ass.
all over the thing.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's like,
kissing ass.
dude,
Unnecessarily.
it's really not that fantastic.
Understood. Yeah. This cat.
My opinion.
I understand.
Sorry.
No, I understand. And everyone's entitled to it. But what this cat does is he embellishes to the point where it's just a lie. I'm sorry. And once again, like I said, I advocated for the box and all that. I think it's a great idea. But then this is where he goes crazy, and it's just like, really, dude? Are you delusional? He goes, the box is so sturdy. It's like it's real wood.
Yeah.
If you don't shut the fuck up. Real wood, Rexer. Are you serious? A fucking cardboard box is the quality of real wood? Are you kidding me?
Dude, that thing looks like somebody spilled bananas all over it.
Real wood? What are you talking about?
It's like a cereal box with bananas all over it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Just no honesty.
Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I
Cereal box,
understand.
bananas.
Let's threw away a banana earlier. It got all moldy. Let's see here. Yellow and brown.
Especially after you did with Simpsons. And I said to him again the same thing I'm going to say right now. And Rex, you can come back on and fight with me about this too. I said, yes, I'm going to donate the money.
Fight me, bro.
But if you tell anybody I'm going to donate the money, I will deny it because I'm not giving you the satisfaction of trying to be the white knight and put yourself over that you made this happen. If you had just reached out to me like a normal human being the first time and said, geez, I'm really uncomfortable with what happened on your show last night, maybe you should donate the money. I'd be like, you know what? Maybe I should. I don't know. I've never had anything like this happen to me before. Maybe that's something I should do. But the fact you went out in public and put me up and said I should donate my money, and then you made a fucking comment, and I'm sorry for swearing, I don't usually do that you're going to donate all your YouTube revenue going forward to charity. I'm sorry, I may have 20 arcade one-ups in the background, but I can't donate all my YouTube revenue to charity. And that's how I responded.
And that's just freaking right. Going through the comments real quick so I don't ignore my folks here. Mike says he had broke his normal glasses at the time. He couldn't wear sunglasses while getting crap from the Arcadians. Kevin, yeah. So that's another thing. Dom will remember very well that freaking bigoted crap they were going through with these folks wearing sunglasses. It got disgusting. And then these
Nobody
motherfuckers.
says that, no.
Yeah. Let's see here. Rexer is just hating Batchbox. Why not try to support someone? Because he's a hater. Honestly, there aren't much people he doesn't hate. True. Rexer words is like he is trying to help Bill, but it comes out as hate.
I don't think
he's
this
not
has
helping
anything
nobody.
to do with this. Doesn't have anything to do with Bashbox at this point.
Nah, he's
Like,
mad.
I-
Well, number one, he's
This
mad.
is way
at
beyond
Masai.
that.
Yeah, I agree.
I told Bill, this is beyond you.
Yeah, this is I mean, it's clear what this is about. He's so hateful he has hemorrhoids on his ass from angry rage.
Oh,
Probably yells at his turds before flushing.
You motherfucker!
The damn Cosby's. It's Cosby's fault. Flush. Shit. Something is going on in Rex's life for him. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I feel sorry. By the way, I know they're reading. Oh yeah, you know they're in here. Toxin.
I don't see. That's the thing though. Like, I don't feel sorry for him because he chooses to bring out all this negative energy and use it the way that he does. So why should I feel sorry for him for the choices that he's making? If he's got stuff going on in his life, I'd be empathetic to anybody who has like circumstances going on in their life. But when you rechannel that energy and take it out on other people and lie and hurt other people, like, that is not okay. I do not feel a sense of like, that doesn't make me feel compassion for you. It makes me feel a little bit of empathy because clearly you have problems, but like at the same time, like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't treat people, and it's not like just like, oh, you know, fuck you for what you did to me or whatever. It's like everybody. Like, I mean, he constantly targets, like we've talked about throughout the show, he constantly targets Mike B and, you know, sometimes 19K Fox and whatever. And he's full of shit. And it's like, dude, I mean, this right here, the thing we just watched is a prime example of all the resentment and anger that he's holding in, and how he does not have the capability, the emotional intelligence, or maybe even cognitive ability to deal with these issues like an adult. Like, I could still, if Rexer came on the show right now, I could literally sit here and talk to him respectfully, and I almost guarantee he could not have a conversation with any of us. He would literally lose his temper and then just leave.
Right.
Like, that is, you know, the prime example of how his mindset and behavior is. I mean, him telling me like saying to me all the things he said to me was like a total projection of all his bullshit. And it's like, but dude, what? Okay. Like, you accuse me of being in bed with Arcade 1-Up, and then you tell me you have an NDA with him. Okay. That makes sense.
Right. Freaking idiot. Game Fridge says Glenn just wanted to make something useful with the box. Not that big of a deal. No, man, I highlighted that. Hey, look here. I am probably one of Glenn's biggest supporters. I own almost all his products. I own 2 Akari sticks and all that good stuff, and I own the Build-A-Cades, and I got a lot of this stuff. So, like I said, I highlighted that. But my point is,
I am not a
it
Glenn
ain't
supporter because
right.
Glenn is disgusted by people like me. So
Right.
I am not a Glenn supporter, and I think his cereal box piece of shit thing looks like it got banana spilled all over it. So that's my opinion, though. Of course,
Yeah, there you go.
Mensa and Dom have nothing to say about that. It's my opinion,
Right.
but I'm not a Glenn supporter, so I can have an opinion about that.
Absolutely. And that's what we're about. Like, everyone has their own opinions,
we ain't
and we're all
sorry.
different
Yeah.
people. Yeah, exactly. We're not the Borg, you know, and we're all entitled to it. But what I was highlighting is the fact that it's not freaking wood, and I'm not going to lie about it. It's not wood, you know, and that's what Rexer was doing when he was shilling, you know. Let's see here. I believe in giving people Yeah, you said that. You all right there, Kevin? You were at 2 and 3. Now you're at 4 or 5. Now you're gonna be at 9, 10. Let me see your damn face, Kevin. Fuck, man. Come on the show. You're freaking me out. It was Kevin all along. Jesus. Let's see here. The Akari sticks are cool. I would have rather had a wood box. Yeah, but remember, it was never meant to come with a control deck. It was just like, hey, here's the box. Y'all got to understand, like, STEM. What STEM is, it's the whole learning and development thing, and it was just like, here's something to have until you put it into something else.
See that, and that's a great thing. Like, I mean, Kevin, like that's great. Like, forgiveness is a great thing, but when forgiveness is not a great thing is when people don't learn from it. Like, you can still forgive someone and move on and say, no fucking way am I ever going to associate with you again.
Right.
Because it's like, you know, somebody who has this habitual pattern of emotionally abusing people or lying or whatever. Like, there are disorders where people cannot control their impulses to do certain things. And when you see a certain pattern of that behavior, and it's just habitual, then it probably means like you forgive, and then it's not okay anymore, though. Like, we're not cool anymore. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that that's one of the things that's different in the content creator arena, is that if you see somebody has a habitual pattern of behavior or an attitude towards a certain thing, then it's like, okay, like, no, that's not going to be acceptable by, you know, my living standards. So I'm just going to stay away from it. But when those people are attacking you constantly, you also have to defend yourself. And that's part of, like, the problem with the dynamic, is that people don't understand, like, and people like Rexer love to do this. They love to say that their victims are the ones who are victimizing them. That's like the sick mindset
Right.
that these guys have.
Like, these guys here, Michael and Mike, are on the stream because Rexer is screaming and yelling about them. They're victims of his circumstance, you know, as far as what he's trying to put out. And they're there to explain, hey, it's not that wild. And he's flipping. And here's the thing I'll say for Michael B is that, you know, for a long time before I got to know him, it's just like, you know, Michael B is a shill, blah, 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 right? But the thing is, I've come to find out, like, if say there's a serious issue where I'm like, yo, like, is this true? Or whatever, you know, is that the case? That, you know, he's addressed it. So I give Michael B credit. Holy shit, he's real. He's real, guys. What's going on, Kevin?
Yeah, hey, nice to meet you guys. I don't think
Hey.
I've ever come on a stream before, but I figure I
No.
might as well
What
just
up,
say hello.
Kev?
Hey.
See, I told you he wasn't so hard.
You guys thought I was console fanboy?
I did not. No, I
Nah.
argued against that.
I got a
Oh.
similar sense of humor that he does, but I don't believe in bashing people's personal life
Right.
choices and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with making a video about saying, oh, a stream's boring, or you always talk about the same thing, but don't make it personal. And he kind of did the same thing Rexer did, because he kept
Right.
saying he. It's like, okay, you're trying to piss Jade off.
Right.
But like I said, though, 4, 5, 6 chances. His new account that he has right now, I mean, he's just bashing one up. So I kind of hope he sticks to that, because he does make some funny videos. But
Right.
that's just my opinion.
Right. I understand. I appreciate you coming through, brother.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like when it gets personal, and when you're lying about people and then like slut shaming them for, and I'm just talking about in general, because I mean we're all kind of sluts here, but slut shaming
Right?
them for who they are or what they do. It's like, okay, dude, now you've like crossed the line of being like, like it's what do you call it, like a parody, or that kind of dark humor, into like the line of like, now it's personal. But where it really gets personal is when it like comes into the real world. Like that's my biggest thing. It's like, do not bring shit into the real world, like physically manifesting things at people's front doors.
Good.
Nah,
Good.
yeah, I
Andy
totally
has
agree
his
with
hand raised.
Oh, Andy one. Andy got.
Yes, Andy, you have a question? What's your question, sir?
Raise his hand.
Yeah, he's like, I have a question. Oh man, yeah, man, it's been wild, and the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, once again, is because it gets old. These guys have gone to levels of personal attacks where it goes beyond, a product or anything like that, and it makes you question. Example, just like Creole called out, calling people thugs, telling people they're from the hood, making these comments about their sunglasses and other. I mean, let's be real. It's coded in racial languages, and these guys have done it for a very long time. And if they gave a damn, they would listen. And it's not just me saying this. That's the thing. We're talking 5, 6 freaking people plus, people of color in the community have said the same damn thing. And if they would listen, they would go, oh shit, but then they double down, they dig in. So we know what this shit's about at times. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sheila.
Oh no, I was just, I mean, what you said, and it's just, like I don't, I like people need to understand that when you use terminology like that and speak to someone in that manner, like it's like you're speaking down to them.
Yeah.
So automatically it's literally like you're speaking down to them. Like, so it comes across in a derogatory way. And it's like people who have, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, Mensa, but like people who have experienced any sort of like circumstances where they feel like they've been discriminated against, are going to take offense to stuff like that, because it's like, well, now you're talking down to me. And I mean, like you and I kind of had like a conversation offline about that like a week ago or something. And because people used to tell me, like when I first came into the military, that I looked like I was a Pacific Islander. And I was like, fuck does that mean? But they would assume things about me and like say shit to me because I had like a darker skin tone. And it was just really like shitty and like annoying. And like I had a bunch of like honky tonk like dudes that were in the barracks who were hazing us, and they would say things to me that were like racial slurs in nature, and I'm like, what the fuck is your guys' problem? Like, And I never, like, I grew up in a neighborhood that was like very culturally diverse. So I never like really, you know, like saw those kind of like lines, but it's offensive to me when people like speak down, you know, like that.
You're not going to meet an African American, most likely, that's going to disagree with, you know, like, you know, that's the thing, is that you got to look amongst your friends, you know, and the people in the community. And when 99% of the 1% is saying the same damn thing, you got to go, wait a minute, like, it's probably onto something. And that's the case. And these guys need to chill and watch themselves, because it's blatant what's happening. And it's blatant on who they're attacking. And look, I get it. People can look deep down inside and not go, oh, it's the race card, blah, blah, blah. You know, but, you know, you only play the hands you're dealt. Right? You only play the hands you're dealt. And when you bring the receipts, when you got these so-called jokes talking about the hood, your value, thug, calling me Muhammad. Come on now.
When did that happen?
The Muhammad thing, that was Rainwater calling me that. Dom would know about that one when they were defending me against, from what I believe, Papa Brad calling me a boy.
See, there's a lot of code
So,
words.
so do you get where I'm getting at now?
Yep.
You see that? Muhammad, boy, thug, mongering.
Yeah,
You know?
and
Come on
I
now.
mean, like at the end of the day, like most of this stuff, a lot of this stuff was happening within like
Muhammad.
your own inner circles in YouTube too, which is like
Right.
that's the shittier part of it. I mean, like I get comments all day long on my YouTube that are like shitty comments, you know, that are could be offensive, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't know who those people are. I don't care. They don't know me. I don't even block people that leave shitty comments like that. I just usually laugh at it and send screenshots to people because it's funny. But I mean, it's like when you have people who you've worked with or you know, I think it hits differently. And because it's like you have some level of trust with that person, right? Like you have some level of, okay, we know each other, we're acquainted, like, you know, and then when something like that happens, it's like, okay, like
Yeah.
it hits different.
Oh yeah. It hits real hard. You know, but that's the thing, is that a lot of these guys did have personal relationships with these folks. They met each other in person, in real life, taking pictures, done shows together.
Oh
So
yeah.
when these
Yeah.
rhetorics are happening, it hurts them.
Yeah.
Paxton, did the post you shared, was that a private message? No, or did he post it on Facebook? Yeah, he posted that in the comments straight up.
But how do you? I just don't get how you can make a comic like that and just think people are going to come back at you for making a stereotype.
Right. And
Hell yeah.
And then he's gonna cry about it. It's, you know, it's just like with the whole N-word bit with, you know, the Danny and shit. You know, like, how long did you think you was gonna do that? And then, okay, cool, it was the past, right? But then you're gonna troll me, you know, like, it wasn't me, you don't know me. Then come to find out it was you, and you done. And then after the stream, he's going around making his rounds, talking shit. It's like, you're not.
No, it was my fault though. Remember?
Oh right.
I'm the one-
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
He blamed she lied, said it was her fault that he did what he did, and that it's his fault that he didn't have relationship with RK1 Up no more, and it's her fault. Like, what? Like, the deflection was insane. But this is what these folks do. It's wild. And so when we see this stuff, and don't get me wrong, I'm not asking nobody to take sides and shit like that, but you got to understand from the victim's perspective, when they see other folks chilling and hanging, and then, like, say they know these things, and then they're interacting, you go, well, wait, like, are you still cool with what they're doing, or aren't you? You know, and you don't have to be either, but I just want to know so I can know if I don't want to fuck with you no more. That's all I want to know. You know, like you can fuck with them, but it doesn't mean I gotta fuck with you. So
No,
there's no,
yeah, I hear you on that, man.
you know, like because it's grimy. Because to a point, you gotta. There's gotta be a line drawn in efficacy where you just go, wait a minute, that's just not right. You know, it's just like when
Well,
Brad crossed that
I don't
line
think
on
there
Bill
has to
saying
be,
that
but
shit. You know, talking about he's from talking about he's on welfare. Said Bill's on welfare. Welfare, dude. Really? Like
That's cold
Soldier
words.
Boy box, welfare, hood. Like, if there's not a like, does it common sense need to be made that this is connotation towards the black community? You know, common
no,
sense shit.
I think, and on YouTube too, like you're gonna see indefinitely, you're gonna see that kind of stuff. I'm not justifying it, but I am saying like, so I mean, you're gonna have spaces like you as a content creator, or Dom, or me, or whoever else, who just are gonna say like, okay, we're just not tolerating that in our space,
Yeah.
and because that's really like relative to everything is all you can do. Like you can't go around like gatekeeping everybody else's channel and stuff like that, but you can say like, no, it's not going to be tolerated like in this space. If somebody's content is like inviting that, then obviously they probably like want to stir shit up in the comments. Who knows?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's like I said, fuck with whoever you want to fuck with, but
Yeah.
come through here, it's block. And they're gonna know why. But I definitely have the right to call it out and say what I saw.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna live your untruth, your lies. I was born poor and lived in the hood. I stayed at a homeless shelter before. People don't think when they say some stupid shit. I had to eat on food stamps too and welfare. Yeah, exactly.
Say it, Toxin. Say it.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Toxin, but I mean, it sounds like you kind of overcame the odds, which is even a greater story. So if you were to make a product like the Bash Box, I would be really happy and I'd want to support you with that. I wouldn't
Right.
think it's your product and try to knock you down.
Right. And I'm confused where is the scandal when you have Jay from Unico literally on the stream supporting Bill?
Right.
Like,
you know what it is, mister.
Like, come on now, guys. Like, let's use some common sense. If you're shilling for the Nova Blast, you're literally shilling for the Bash Box. But somehow they were able to spin this whole, rhetoric of vice versa. And
let's not mention, mister, all the shit that Bash has done for Arcade One Up. Arcade. A lot of shit y'all don't know about.
Yeah, they have no clue. But hey, just gonna stick on that whole T-Pain thing, like making #1 hit country songs. He ain't gonna say what, but he gonna keep collecting that check, right?
All cash checks, and you'll go and talk about, oh, I got $3,000 golden tee.
Yep. Thanks for your money.
Thank
for
you.
buying it. Helps me out.
It's just shitty. It's shitty because like you can't stop it, and it's like what channels you're gonna go to, certain channels, and you're gonna see shit there. You know what I mean? And it's like there's definitely like a line in my mind, and this is just from my experience as a content creator, like to where it's like, okay, like, am I gonna let this bother me, or am I just gonna realize that this person's a fucking idiot? Like that's that's what it really comes down to. Like, this person's a fucking idiot. Like, if I go to certain channels, I know I'm gonna see something that could potentially get under my skin if I let it, or I could just be like, wow, that's really funny that this person's so dumb after everything that's happened and still behaves the way that they're behaving or whatever. So it's a strange beast to tackle as a content creator because there's really no filter, and YouTube does a terrible fucking job at moderating.
Well, yeah. That hate speech shit is crazy.
Oh yeah, like none of their policies get enforced. So
Mike says people don't understand that life because people didn't live that life, Toxin, especially when you can make it out and be articulate, intelligent person of color. Well said.
Well, hey, real talk, Mo.
Kevin says makes me even more want to support your channel, but you need to talk to your chat during live streams. Yeah.
No, when Toxin does a live stream, he doesn't talk to the chat, and we're all like, hey, Toxin, are you getting this message?
Right. You gotta engage the chat, Toxin.
See, and that's the thing too. You know what Moat was just saying, because I just consider myself lucky because of the upbringing I had. But if I didn't have the support and the backings that I have, I'd probably be in a lot of trouble right now. Like, I don't think I would be able to overcome the odds. So, I'm really, proud of Toxin. I'm really impressed, that he stuck to his guns and, he saw, a way out and, just how to live your life and how to be a responsible adult. I don't know what else to say to that, but I just got a lot of respect, Toxin, for those comments.
Yeah. When Toxin first started, I remember seeing him. He started with the iArcade, and he had the Acadians support him. And he made one critical opinion, and they abandoned the snot out of him over just an opinion piece. And it was the wildest thing. It went from like, oh, we want you on the show and we're gonna push you, to just, they abandoned the snot. The back turn was pretty wild from what I witnessed. But he came through, man. Always pushing forward and being positive, and that's awesome. And I appreciate when he reached out too, because I don't remember what happened. It was way back, but something happened. I won't feel it, and I did a live on it. I think I thought maybe my shit got deleted or something, but he responded with respect back, and I was like, yo, okay, cool. I feel you. Appreciate that. You responding back better than I responded. So he definitely showed that he was the better person.
Yeah, and
Toxin.
go ahead, Jade.
Oh, thank you. Toxin is a good guy. I mean, he was like one of the content creators who, when all that stuff went down with me, who spoke out about it. And I mean, he was one of like, I don't know, 3 people maybe who were content creators who spoke out about it. And like I appreciate like that about Toxin, that he's not afraid to like speak his mind, and when he sees something that he feels is wrong, like he's gonna call it out. I think that it's just very difficult in this space, like I would say, to like manage one's own expectations of how we're receiving information, because it's just I don't want to like rant on it. It's just like if you get too far sucked into it, you will eventually become what you fucking despise. Like if you get too far sucked into it, like you will lose sight of what you're doing and you will become what you despise. And I mean, I felt that like going through the 6 months from like May of last year into like the end of the year. I didn't really like want to do anything on YouTube because I was like, I feel so disgusting and like vile that it's gonna like just I can't really like focus on my content, or it's gonna come out in my content. And so it was very difficult. I was like a struggle. And I'm not again, this is just my own experience. I'm not putting down anybody else's experience. I'm just like sharing with you guys like that is always like my concern, that's kind of like in the back of my head, is that I don't want to get so far sucked in that I become this like vile creature that I despise.
Don't want to become jaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if these people understand, and I don't mean to say these people like I'm stereotyping,
Yeah, I
but
guess.
diversity is very important. I think I work at a large corporation, and we have people. Yeah, that exactly to Moat's comment there. I have people from so many different countries and backgrounds and ethnic groups. It's like maybe if so and so had some black friends, maybe they wouldn't say racist stuff, because their friend would be like, hey, don't put that out, man. You're going to get in trouble. I mean, not to mention when you have all this diversity, there's more creativity and innovation. It's not, you don't want just a whole bunch of white guys at the top just running the show because, it just doesn't work that way.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, man. Like, when after joining the service and stuff, you get into it's a smaller pool, but it's a more diverse pool, and you meet everybody, all walks of life. I've had troops where I was like the first person of color that they've ever met in their lifetime. Like that shit still exists.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what? You're like, yeah, like you're it. Had one troop, he was straight up from West Virginia, and I forgot, he's from this one town where damn, it was like this celebrity dude that Jackass guy did a documentary with, but apparently this guy was like notorious and ran the whole town, and I forgot, but it was just interesting, having these type of troops and them learning the customs and everything else like that, and I had troops of all sexualities, gays, transgender, freaking it was wild, but it opened your mind to communication, to talk, and then the generational gaps as you start getting older, having to be able to communicate with the younger troops, because I mean you're literally skipping generations. By the time I'm getting out, it's like, dang, like y'all were how old, so yeah. I think a lot of these folks on tubes are stuck in their world, stuck in their towns, never got to socialize, expose, and it shows. And you just go, wow, how ignorant can you be? And clearly it's because they never experienced anything else outside of YouTube.
Yeah,
because when you look at their streams, they've been doing this shit for 10, 12 years.
Yeah, I would say, there's definitely a level of ignorance. And I guess I could speak about this myself because I have family members, and I'm not picking on, just in console kits, but, I have relatives that live out, in the country, like, let's just say like a farm in Iowa, and it's an all white neighborhood. You don't see black people, right? It's just on TV, right? So they don't understand where people come from and how to act. And it's almost like I watched the Discovery Channel. So Africa's all lions and tigers and it's all the wild, right? Like that's kind of like where these stereotypes come from, because they don't actually live and they're never been in integrated areas. Where I'm in Chicago, I work downtown, and I mean, Chicago's a melting pot. You got all kinds of things, right? So I mean, I don't want to say it's their fault, it's just kind of their upbringing. But I think as adults, though, you do want to kind of just stop and just think about the words that you're saying and try to have some reflection. And even if you don't have any black friends, I mean, just talk to your other friends, just get feedback and just kind of, just thinking that you know it all and you can yell at a mic and scream and then disconnect, I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. If it gets to a point where someone's saying, hey, what you're saying is hurting me, the ethical thing would be, well, maybe I should stop. Right? But if you want to double, triple down, and and keep at it, and then other people call you out, then so be it. And that's what happens. And it's guys, and like I said, this all circles back for me in the talk is with Bill in the bash box because right now the product's not out. The level of hate it's receiving is highly exaggerated. And for me, it's a prime motive because if you're a responsible adult and you're seeing what people are saying, why aren't you speaking up? Like, if people are writing these, like, you literally have Toxin in a Facebook or in a YouTube chat calling out something. Why isn't the tuber that he sees the message from Toxin going, wait a minute, this comment shouldn't probably be on my feed, you know? Instead, they're loving and liking the comment that he's calling out. You know, if that doesn't make you reflect, I don't know what doesn't. Yeah, it's okay. How do I sound, guys? I don't typically do. No, you sound great, man. Good seeing you.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You've always been a mystery for years. You and Jason. Jason, get on here. I want to know if you two are the same people.
No, I hear you, man. Yeah, I super chat a lot. And that's kind of like one of the ways how I show my support. It's
right.
I like going on Moat's show, or I don't go on Moat's show, but I like being in his chats and just hearing him talk. Yeah. I've already, commended him before that, he sounds like a professional, but then, when he's doing his announcing, but then he could flip the script and then give you his real opinion. And it makes him a very relatable person, a very likable person, So I hope Rexer doesn't go at Moat, because I think a lot more people are going to turn on him if, he decides to do something stupid and go after another YouTuber.
He had Moat's been pretty good at diffusing a lot of the issues, but I'm pretty positive he's trying to gone after Moat before, but Moat's pretty good at diffusing. Sometimes to my frustration, playing devil's advocate, because it's like, don't come on here, right now I'm not in the mood for it. Let's see here. He won't debate as fast. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you're, a very mature adult. I mean, I think I've tried to get under your skin a couple times too, just to see how you respond. And you're just totally professional and you don't flip and say, oh, I'm going to ban you or, screw you. It's just, you're always being Moat, and you're a likable guy. So you got that going for you, man.
Yeah. I mean, Mo was bound to get the hate the day that he got support to do the tournaments for RK1 Up. The hate was going to flow on that one. Besides that, what's happening with that? Is there anything going down on those? I haven't really heard much buzz since those announcements. RK1 Up tournaments.
Yeah, so Mo probably could be putting it in the chat, but I think sometime later this month, he's going to have an MK tournament. So I know he's got it on his Discord and he's been asking people if they want to sign up or whatnot. So I'll let him comment on, anything else if he wants to say anything.
Sounds good. Needs to put it on his YouTube. That's where all the buzz is at. Man. All right. Let's see here. Been going on 3 hours. It's been a great show. But yeah, let me highlight everything. This is originally about Rexer. How I just wanted to highlight folks. This guy's constant years of hypocrisy. You saw his temperament, how he just demands from others, constantly, never doing what he claims should be done himself. The hatred he has, the screaming, the yelling, he's not capable of debate, talking. I'm like, this would be something if I'm just speaking out of my arse. You've seen it, you witnessed it. This is constant, and this is and I'm bringing this up because he's made it personal to me. He's made it personal to Bill, and I'm calling his shenanigans out, and it gets freaking old. And the last one he did, he tried to scare me and claim he sued RK1 Up. What a freaking joke. What a joke. Dude, no, you didn't. You lost. And then the fact that you took all that donation money, what did you do with it? While you're sitting here yelling at Michael B about, well, you better give it, donate. So should I slide in your DMs, Rexer, and scream and yell at you? You better donate all that super chat money back to the community. Like, what the heck, dude? Like, that's the whole point of being a successful YouTuber, right? If it's like the other day, or not the other day, but last time I saw was it Console Kids, Justin, right? The dude got like $100 in like super chats. It was crazy. Like, dude was like $100 here, $100 there. I was like, good Lord, like just getting that money. But good for him.
Right.
If he's got that kind of supporters, I'm jealous. Shit. Like, good Lord. Like, good for you. But that's his privilege. That's the brand he earned.
Yep.
Leave it alone. Leave it be. But who the hell are you to tell people what they need to do with their stuff? So if that's the case, then I should be able to tell you what to do with your shit, right? And that's the bit. And then apparently he was super scared. And this isn't a secret because Jay came on and she spoke on this. He got in her DMs, screaming and yelling, hooting and hollering, saying I'm a liar, about me bringing up the fact that he's lost this case, and that he actually won it by having a settlement with Arcade 1-Up, and he has an NDA with them, and he can prove it because he has a direct phone line with Cyrus, and he can give her the number to call it.
So wait,
Kinda
so
crazy.
he's saying that he won it, but then he has an NDA, so he can't talk about it?
Correct.
Nah.
Yeah. And you guys know me. I got she said it herself. And she's not gonna come on here and not be able to produce if she doesn't want to produce. But she came on here and said it herself out of her own mouth. You heard her. And yeah, that's what he said. Of course he's lying, but that's the links he will go through. That's the links he goes through. No integrity. And that was the military, service to be for itself, integrity and all we do, and excellence, like, and he's got none. Like, no, where's your integrity, dude? And I mean, he was riled up by, like, I mean, he attacked her. He threatened to dox her. That he had her phone number. That he was going to put everything out there. He claims I'm living in government housing. That I was kicked out of the military. That I'm a deadbeat father. Like, okay, a lot more I could put out about you there, Gregory. But I'll say that for a rainy day.
Yeah, and my bad, Mensa. So it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, we're not talking about Rexer anymore. We're talking about someone else.
No, we're talking about Rexer still.
Oh wow, he did all that?
Yeah, just today, before the stream. But this is what he does. This is what he does, and this is a day-to-day basis with this cat. And this is why I get tired of his ass, because he pulls things from behind the curtains. This is the level of harassment and shit that he pulls on folks like myself and Bill and Dom and crew, because he hates us so much. And why, I don't know. There's only one thing I can guess. It's the same shit. It's the same shenanigans. It's the same crew. Why is it so segregated on who is who and what is what? It just is common sense. It doesn't take a rocket science at this point. And I think he's an opportunist, and he's a horrible opportunist. A horrible opportunist. And there was the one where I had called him out when I just started on there, and I was it piss water, and guy had made a racist comment about, and I'm gonna say racist comment about Justin Wong, because he was calling this Rexer was. I'm not talking about Rexer making the racist comment, but Rexer was saying that Justin Wong's a piece of shit and he's a liar, et cetera, et cetera. I was like, whoa, right? So then in the comment, this guy makes a racist comment and makes a joke about Justin Wong being from North Korea. Rexer acknowledges that comment and laughs about it and go, oh yeah, you're right. I didn't notice that before. Some bullshit like that. I call him out and go, hey, racism is still racism, right? Like, it's still a racist comment, and I even put in the description, I don't think Rexer is a racist, but look, that comment sure as hell was. And then guess how he pivots? He starts talking about Zohar. Well, you're going to call out Zohar? Bitch, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, it's a poor deflection.
And that's what he does. Do you think he did anything about? I mean, you seen the video where they're sitting there mocking elderly people having seizures and shit.
No,
you think he's, you didn't? You never seen it?
Nah.
Hold on. I'm coming back. I'm about to pull it up. I crashed.
Oh, okay. I see 2 menses. All right.
Yeah, I got 2 menses. Hey, I lasted as long as I did. Thought I was going to crash earlier. Give me a second. Pull this shit up. That's why I got this shit on backup. I already knew this shit was going to happen. And my boy Creo fell asleep.
Yeah, he's on mute, man. He doesn't want us to hear him snoring, I don't think.
Yeah. My man had that injury. Let's see here. Good thing my computer's fast. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Enter studio. Add to stage.
I mean, while you're pulling that up, though, I hear you, though. I mean, there's a pattern of behavior here, and there's a lot of hatred. Yeah, I already said it earlier in the comments. I'm trying to figure out what is it that is going on in his life that's causing him to do this. Because I think, to Jade's point, it's not just a Mike B thing. It's not just a bash box thing. I mean, every week, every live stream, it's, make fun of product, make fun of person. It's like, I don't know. It's just, that's what his whole channel's about now.
I think it's personally the adult caregiving aspect. I had to do it for my folks. And I think that stress has seriously gotten to him personally. Because otherwise it's wild. Like I'm not understanding the level of hatred because it goes beyond the product. Like he's mad. He's genuinely upset at whoever's covering the product or just likes the product.
Yeah.
And which it's okay, like, okay, there's content that needs to be made. This guy said something I didn't really like. Let me make a counter comment, whatever. But it's gotten to the point where it's like, yo, you're so vindictive. What's the deal? What is your issue? What's your modus operandi? What are you getting out of this? What pleasure are you having from attacking, a stand-up guy like Mike V every single day?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's Rexer's, shtick now. I mean,
that's what I was told.
That's how he gets his views, right? I mean, that's how people join.
Well, I want to say I saw a OTG video on it or something like that, where he was speaking on that, how he met him in person and he had dinner with the guy, and then all of a sudden it was just like hate, and he said it. I heard the same thing about a lot of these other tubers, is that it's their shtick. But when they get confronted in person, it's, oh, now we're cool. You know? But it's like, dude, you know, real life is going to catch up on you. Let's see here, share screen. Like, here's an example of the hypocrisy. So he's supposed to be mad at John D, like you saw before, about the, you know, making fun of handicap, right?
Don't get seizures. Imagine your grandma, you put in front of it. She starts seizure.
Yeah, there's
She starts seizure.
yeah, there's
She starts seizure.
yeah, there's a setting there
Grandma,
you said to turn it
grandma.
off.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a setting, you know, but grandma.
Yeah.
Turn them.
You know, just one small highlight, but that's the kind of shit that happens regularly with these cats. And it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, you know, I think
You know, like, I don't see you call. And then a guy I know, I saw the chat. He messaged Rexer and goes, "Hey man, like, you're not like, you're cool with making fun of these seizures? My grandma had seizures." And he goes, "Well, my wife is handicapped, and you know, I'm not offended." He's like, "Wow, you're a piece of shit."
Yeah.
Like, that's your excuse? You're not offended because your other family member, but someone told you they're offended because their actual elderly grandmother suffers from it. No remorse. But that's the hypocrisy known as the Rexer Show. And that's the shit I'm highlighting, is that this guy gets to go around without impunity, talking shit constantly about people, and then finally someone with articulation like myself is hitting back, you know, and highlighting and exposing the nonsensical crap he's been pulling on people for freaking years. Like, my tube has been around for about a year. That's it. Like, I believe I created this last year, April, and I'm highlighting his bullshit. But I can go back how many freaking years with him? You can look at all the thumbnails he's done, all those videos that show. They're not the first time videos he's acted out. You know, those are just highlights.
Yeah.
You know, it's same thing with that last video I was telling you about with the whole RK1UP lawsuit. He removed it to put up just the highlights. He claims it was taken down, which is bullcrap. It wasn't taken down. And if it was taken down, why don't you just take out the 30-second clip that violated it? Instead, he just highlighted, because he knew what he was doing was he got so comfortable, he started showing and doxing himself and putting all his information up on the screen and talking shit in the channel, how he's trying basically extort money from the state by highlighting to get other people to write false comments in the chat about how they were affected and damaged by what happened with the Blitz giveaway, but he wasn't even a part of.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's dude, that's illegal. What are you doing? You know, of course it's conveniently deleted, right? Like, come on.
Yeah, I can't, I'm not a lawyer. I can't comment on the legality of it, but I totally hear what you're saying. And
not ethical.
And I think Gamer Fridge mentioned it earlier in the comments, but to your point about
I agree.
How your channel, was started maybe April last year. I think Galaga Guy just started hopping on streams, maybe a few months ago or something. Like, I haven't really seen him that often.
Supporting people, yeah.
Yeah, and he might have went on like a Mike B show or something, and then sure enough, that weekend, Rexer does a show and he starts like making fun of Galaga Guy, and it's like, what? Like, why do you hate this guy now, or why are you making fun of him? Like, what's going on here? It's just, yeah. I mean, we can't do anything about it. I mean, I guess it feels good just to talk about. We're just kind of letting it out, but
yeah, that's the point. That's the fun part. Like, actually, if you look at my shit, it used to be called Off the Cuff Mental Therapy Hour, because now I get to rant about shit, and if the other people want to come on and just talk, then so be it. He gets to talk about people, I get to talk, right? Like, it's fair exchange. Let me just catch up on this chat real quick. Let's see. Galaga Guy is a good dude. There should be no. Yeah. He doesn't come to me with no BS and he comes in to support. I don't care if he's on the Rexer show or wherever. He's allowed to go wherever the hell he wants. Because he doesn't come with me with no BS. And that's what I was trying to say earlier is that, support who you want to support. And we have a right to support who we want to support back. A certain camp attacked me and Carl O2 just for the fact that we're friends with folks in multiple camps, make me choose and you get a big fuck you. Yeah, I ain't gonna make nobody choose. If he won, he'd be screaming it right. Like, look, guys, he would be happy and we would see it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mike, yeah.
He would have definitely mentioned it on his show if he won the lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. He'd be all over it. He says, well, what happened was he flipped out because he saw Mensa was doing a live calling him out on bullshit lies. So instead of going to Mensa and discussing it, he came crying and screaming at me. Exactly. I'm the last person Rexer should even think. Right? We're in the Matrix. Crazy pills, man. Maybe he's raging because he lost the lawsuit. I think so. And he's mad because he knows that it's not the narrative he gets to spin. And the only way he's going to be able to do it is show it. But that's not on me because it's logical that he lost. It's logical that he didn't have a lawsuit. First off, when you have lawsuits like that, there needs to be damages. Yeah. So it'll be one thing if he was part of this giveaway. But guess what? It wasn't even a real giveaway. It was unprofessional how it was all done. That's the truth. But guess what? A company can give a product to whoever they want, however they want. If RK1UP wants to give me a freaking blitz and say, do whatever the hell you want with it, that's how it's done. And that's exactly how it was done. And they should get called out for it if that's the case. We all know that it didn't go down the way it should have went down. Your lawsuit's not with them. There's no lawsuit. There's nothing. There was no official sign up, nothing. Like, how it went down is how it went down, rigged or not. It's bullshit, but there was no damages. And the fact that you even bothered to file it was such a waste of the city's money. And there's real cases that need to get tried.
Right.
You sit here, you're wasting the city's resources. And that's why they vacated it. That's why they dismissed it with prejudice. That's why they vacated your case, because he was full of it.
So
I think I think everybody would be cool people if they didn't fuck with people.
Yeah. So to your point about that, is that did you make a video about, his lawsuit, or is that documented somewhere just to if I wanted to read up on it?
Yeah, I actually pulled it up. Let me see. I can pull it up again. Or I can just tell you yeah, actually, I pulled it up earlier here. Let me find it for you.
I suppose if it's small claims court, I mean, it's
yeah.
probably...
So if you go to you will have to go to that and type in his actual name. But let's see here. I can give you the. Let me see here. AI. Because it's his name versus RK1UP. So let me see. I'm gonna get the case number for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could send it to me offline too, or when I think it's all good. But
yeah, you're on Facebook, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send it to you on Facebook. That way I don't have to pull up again. Or you can watch the beginning of the thingy and you'll see it, because I did pull it up. But yeah, that's the BS, is that you come online and you're like, I dude, RK1UP, look, and then you don't get to do. That's private. No, people are gonna dig, dude. We're gonna look. Like, you really sue them? It's public fucking information, and then you threaten me with, you forget I sued RK1UP. Bitch, bet. Let me look. No. not only did you fail, you lost. Like, bro. Crazy. I don't know. Then and another thing he got mad that I had put in the thumbnail about his failed business. So then he doxes himself and he tells her that it's not a failed business. It's just no longer active, failed, because it was just a promotion for blah 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 blah. Okay, so it's real. Like, you literally said I was a liar and that you don't have a business, or you didn't have a business. Well, you had a business and it failed. It's called TheRex Promotions LLC about 10 years ago. And it's a promotion and it failed. And as you see the article's organization, the initial list, and then his dissolution. So he dissolved it, failed. But my whole point of bringing this up and throwing it in his face is because this is the shit that he pulls on people, the quality of worth of people, like say it's UAG, et cetera, et cetera. You're a failed YouTuber and blah, 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 blah. Dude, we all got our shit, right? Like, not everyone's perfect, right? Well, what about you? Why you have a failed, LLC? You're making fun of Bill, what about you? That's the type of hypocrisy I'm throwing back at him. For me, it's fair,
Yeah.
This whole, you throw at me, oh, I sued RK, what up? Okay, well, let's talk about it. So these are things that he chest pounds and he throws in our faces. So yeah, I'm going to look and I'm gonna throw it right back. And he asked for it basically, because don't throw it in my face, man. And then don't think that I'm not gonna do nothing. And then to sit there and openly lie, like I said, where he tried to say I live in government housing and that I got dishonorably discharged. It's like, do you not how stupid are you that you don't think that me, of all people, can't just go, well, here's my retirement ceremony, here's my placards, here's my DD 214, stuff like that. I shouldn't even have to freaking show, but just make you look stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know why he would say that. I don't know if Kev Gret or somebody whispered something in his ear and he started blurting it out. But yeah, I don't really support attacking former military people, but I'm sure he's not thinking about it when he does that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say there about that. But in Chicago, though, it just hit midnight. So I think I'm going to hop off Mensa just because I got to work in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, depending on what the drama is in the future or whatever the discussion is, I'll probably come on again sometime. I mean, it was.
Oh, yeah. You're always welcome to come through, man. And I'm going to sign off myself. So, but yeah. Hey, I appreciate everybody who came through today. Once again, I highlighted everything I highlighted. I ain't going to talk on it no more. But hey, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, everybody who came through. Thanks for everybody in the chat. You have a wonderful day. And I hope to do more streams. Peace.